We never heard what it was. And we never will again. So now, you're back to this map. You found which way?
There we go. Okay, so we found which way. Which way?
Which way?
Wait.
This way.
Okay. A couple of questions. So, did we take a long rest after our ghost village, or did we not? I don't remember
Well,
if we
let
were playing.
me answer that question with a question. Did you want to take a long rest in the haunted village?
Probably not. So if we do that, what's everyone's HP so I could do a couple lay on hands to give us some heals? How are you guys feeling?
Where is everyone at?
They're all that bad, huh?
No, I'm sorry. Can you
No,
hear me?
something's got to be. I have to have already taken a long rest or something. Do I have my pack spell slots right now?
Yeah, didn't we?
I think you took a short rest.
Oh yeah, that's why I have my stealth slots then. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I mean we can do whatever. I'm good. We take a 1 hour nap and I am literally, right back at it.
Okay, so I don't think I took a short rest because I have one spell used, and I have 11 out of 25 hit points.
Well, I don't know if you regain your
Oh yeah,
spells on a short rest,
I don't think I
but
do
Yeah.
actually.
you can
You're right.
roll. Yeah, you can roll your hit dice. That's like one of the. I have like no spell slots, but if we take a short rest, I get them back.
Makes sense. Dirk, what HP are you at?
Oh, keep the chat open. He may need to type his answers. Oh, and he said be right back. Or
He's
no,
at full health.
You're at full
that was a
health.
while ago.
Okay, well if you guys are at full health, I'm going to spend my. I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna
Well,
keep.
hit the short rest button and spend your hit die first.
Okay. Okay. So it says I've taken a short rest, but I didn't get any dice back for our HP. What am I
Did
doing
you
wrong?
did you spend the dice when you hit the short rest button?
Short rest, and then I click take short rest.
No, 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 no. Right above take short rest, you
Yeah.
have how many hit dice. So you can spend those hit dice to get back health. A long rest brings you all the way to full health, but on a short rest, you can use your hit dice, which you get one for every level of whatever class you leveled up in. Right. So you got 3 paladin dice, which I think is like 3d10, maybe 3d8, whatever it is right now. You get hit dice plus Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit dice plus one roll of hit dice plus Constitution modifier.
Where is that hit dice button? Where?
Just above the take short rest button, there's 3 little empty boxes that you can click.
Did you
Is
burn them all
And it
already?
should say,
I don't see that.
Oh, hold on. Let me take a look here. Pull up the character sheet. Say short rest. Paladin. So you've used one of them already. And then I'll go use up another one. How many of them do you want to use? You have 2 left. Each one is going to heal for 1d10 plus 1.
I'll just use one.
Okay. There you go. You healed for. What were you at before?
I was at 11.
That's weird. Why didn't it do anything? Oh, because the. There we go. Heal for 7.
Perfect. All right, so I am
At 18.
18. Great. That's good enough for me.
All
Yeah.
right.
Perfect. All right, let's get on with the exploring here.
All right.
Who's
So you've got the map, and you're at the which way? So which way?
it says this way.
So I mean, did we like get rid of all the spirits?
No.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's right. Because we decided not to loot the town because we didn't want more spirits on us. That
No.
sounds
Yeah. Sounds pragmatic.
Don't worry, we'll add this to our list of grievances, and we'll go back, cleanse this town when we have gained more experience, and then we'll also go back and get that rat guy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm totally down for getting the rat guy, but I feel like we kind of just walked into somebody's house and started kicking things over, and they said, "Please stop," and we continued with the village.
Oh no, that's
The rat guy,
Uh,
murder him. That's okay.
I also agree with that, but okay, you know what? I feel like it's a fine line because I believe that Coralon doesn't like people defiling graves, but he also doesn't like evil spirits. So
Yeah,
undead.
that's fair. Yeah.
So when I have a little bit more wisdom, I'll come back. So do we want to go to the Hand in the Horn, which sounds like a great pub?
I'd hang out
All
there.
right. So you start making your way that way.
Sounds like it could be a brothel.
I might as well use the travel rules for this. So, there isn't like any distance marked in the map. So how do you want to pace yourselves here? So you could do normal pace, which makes it so that stealth has disadvantage, but you have normal rolls on perception. You can do a fast pace where you have disadvantage on both perception and stealth, or you could do a slow pace where you have advantage on both.
Look, we're not in a rough or a rush. We're not in a rough. Okay, we're not in a rush. So
Be
I say,
yourself.
I say we go slow, right? We've
Yeah.
let's go
Let's go
slow.
slow. Take it easy.
Okay.
Well, like right now, are there any time limits on our party? I don't believe so.
Well,
As
other
far as
than the starving people of your village,
yeah, that's fine.
It's not my
it's okay.
village.
They've been starving.
Yeah, I say if we die, there's no saving that village. So let's go nice and slow.
That's true. I mean, we could kind of go slow right now, make sure that the rat's not following us, and if he is, murder him. And then, if we figure he's not behind us, then we can speed it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Or should we make a lot of noise to attract the rat man so we can finally kill him? Run screaming.
No,
Okay.
the rat guy doesn't. We know where he lives, right?
Oh, we do.
He-
Okay.
Yeah.
he's in Boulder's Gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're pretty far.
I
But
mean,
we'll come back.
who knows if he's following us? That's all I'm saying. He might have a mean grudge to bear. I mean, I know I do towards him. So
He did. Didn't he like basically kill me?
He did.
Yeah.
So
he did.
if
Yeah.
anyone has a grudge, I'm gonna get him.
You
Love
have
having him.
nightmares almost every night between a jackal and a rat fighting each other.
Within my mind, in my
Yes.
soul. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, Dirk. That's kind of weird. Like a jackal should easily take out a rat. It's kind of odd that you continually are dreaming that.
But it's like a huge rat. It's kind of like that, horse-sized chicken question.
Oh, fair. Yeah, no, that's
Well,
good.
sometimes the rat is bigger, and sometimes the jackal is bigger.
Right.
You don't know what causes each thing, and sometimes you are a rat or a jackal, and you just you dream of doing jackalish or ratish things.
My favorite one is when I'm both. and I'm eating myself.
Yes, you're chasing your own tail.
Can you get a tattoo of Dirk? If we get out of this, I promise to find the best elven tattoo artist to tattoo that on your arm. Just
Just like the two serpents eating each other, but it's a rat and a jackal.
yeah. Perhaps we'll find more to add to the food chain that you've got growing here. Just constantly getting eaten by things. You missed the reef shark. That's good.
Okay. So, all right. It is in rolls, and you continue to travel.
Perfect.
You make your way to part of the road, and it looks like there's some pair of unusual rock formations. One is sort of straight and narrow and sticks straight up, and the other one on the other side is kind of wide at the base, but it sort of splits off into 5 pointing little spires. And this seems to match the illustration on the map of being the hand and the horn.
Well, this isn't a pub at all, much less a brothel.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Bunch of rocks.
Okay, so we approach it. Does anything look off? Does it look just like a rock formation, or
As far as you can tell, it looks just like a rock formation. I'll bet an unusual one.
okay? So we found the hand.
Yes, and the horn.
Okay, so if we go towards where the horn is and keep going that direction, we'll go through some woods. Maybe
Yes, you do see some trees in that direction.
But should
In
we
a distant
investigate
valley.
this unusual rock formation?
Oh, did you want to poke around?
I mean, I do personally, as a poker of things.
All right, can I get a perception check? Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Perception? Oh, hold on, sorry.
Yes. Or investigation. Sorry, investigation.
Nice.
No, go ahead and roll again, just in case you roll above an 18.
Sorry.
Okay. You poke around the hand and the horn, and from what you can tell, the very unusual arrangement of the strata in these rocks indicate that they were manipulated through unusual means, most likely magic, possibly in some ancient wizard duel that took place here at some point.
A duel.
But you also find what looks to be the sort of remnants of what was the foundation of a building of some kind. But it's like it's all overgrown and probably nothing's been there for many, 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 many years. But you assume it's larger than a domicile, and it could roughly have been hub shaped.
Ooh, I
The
hear.
tragedy.
So you're saying that a wizard didn't get the drink he wanted and he turned this place into a giant rock?
Possibly. Who knows?
Magic is weird.
But
Meanwhile-
you're the
meanwhile,
magic
I-
user.
And Cole's like, yeah, you're right, boss.
Meanwhile, I'm just looking at the map and I'm like, Cole, can you explain to me why? Like, okay, we were in which way? Why did we have to come here? Like, it looks like we could have just head straight south and gone past Three Tree Hill. Why did we go around? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. You're the one following the map.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, maybe this is a magic thing. Maybe magic's weird and you have to follow the directions, like baking.
That's what I always did.
Bake. You baked.
I mean, not bread, but I baked.
That's fair. All right. Cool.
Yeah, cookies,
Oh,
no
man.
doubt.
Brownies
So,
smell like it. Are we horning it?
Yeah, I think we go past the horn and then go into the forest.
All right.
As
All
a
right.
hornist, I just want to climb up and toot the horn real quick. I mean, this is like a monument to my craft here. So
Yes, if only we had something to capture this moment forever. Like a phone or something that would take a picture. Great. Now, is this a creepy forest we're headed to?
Yeah. Basically, everything around here is pretty creepy. It's and like all the colors are muted. Like the map you're looking at is way more colorful than the actual environment.
Gents, it feels like we're in the Shadowfell already.
I mean, if you
After a
say so.
while, let's see. Okay, yeah. So as you pass what you assume to be Three Tree Hill, um, uh,
can we destroy the map, burn down?
Oeiros,
Yep.
just Oeiros, you see a figure on the hill.
Uh-oh.
Oh. By the grace of the first of Sorry, I wrote down a bunch of Elven exclamations, but I can't pronounce anything. By Corallin's grace, there's a figure on the hill. Do you two not see it?
Orion and
How far away is the hill? Just out of curiosity.
oh, it's like from where you can see, it's like
Would you say it's more than 60 feet away?
it's quite a ways away, like maybe a couple miles. But the figure is very distinctly different from the three trees that are prominent on the top of the hill.
It doesn't look tree-shaped. Does it have any other distinguishing features other than looking roughly humanoid, I assume?
Yeah, roughly humanoid. Like maybe they've got robes on, maybe their hair is long, but it's hard to tell. Maybe they've got a hat. It's hard to tell from this distance, and their shadow just starts to blend in with the other distant shadows of the everything else.
Hmm.
But Orion and Dirk kind of got a perception check.
That's a skill. I have that somewhere. There we go. All right, that's great. I can tell what's going on.
Mm.
Telling
Unfortunately,
it's not there.
both Dirk and Orion cannot see it. Only Oeiros can see it.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I got an idea. Let me look through
My
Cole's
eyes?
eyes.
Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Cole looks at you incredulously, like, "You want me to run out that far and climb that hill?"
No, I can. I mean, like, look, I've been trying this whole thing, and if you get too far away from me, I can't. I stop seeing through whatever you're seeing. You haven't noticed that? I mean, we've been walking really slow, like really slow, because Oeiros really was like, "We're not in a hurry, guys." So we started really going slow. So I just would stop every once in a while, and I've just been letting you fly ahead. But if you get too far away, it seems like I just can't see anymore. Like, go zoom back,
Yeah,
you know.
it's just we got a close relationship, boss. You can't be long distance.
Yeah, but
We
I
got to be
figure,
close,
but I did notice
intimate.
that, like, you
Hmm.
see things in a, like, it's kind of like watching the movie or watching life through like a noir story. You know, like everything's really kind of black and white, and nothing is joyful. Um, everything's miserable whenever guys see through your eyes. I understand why you have so many. And look, I just want to see if you see and forget it. And can I see through his eyes? I feel like I'd get like
Yeah.
a lower perception roll, but
You go ahead. But Cole does not see the figure either.
deal. All right. Yeah. No, there's nothing there. Oeiros, you're crazy.
uh,
What do you see, Wayrish?
I see a figure. Figure has a hat on. Looks like he's, what'd you say, a bathrobe?
There's a robe
He's got a robe. He's got a hat.
or a long trench coat. It's hard to tell. Their figure is very distinct.
Yeah, I see a figure standing amongst the trees with the sash
We'll get him.
on, potentially a
We'll wait for
hat.
The and neckbeard. Feel like you're describing a whole vibe here.
It's saying "milady."
And as you begin to describe the figure, it just seems to step into one of the trunks of the three trees on the top of the hill and disappears.
Ah, shoot! I should have shown it my. Okay, well, it's gone.
We'll get it next time.
I was thinking, I have the light cantrip. Maybe I should have lit up my Corlon's holy symbol, and then if it came and attacked us, we know it's bad, because it already knew we were here.
I mean,
But
did it look like rat face? Didn't sound like.
I think the were-rat famously did not like hats. I think that was so. Remember, he was like, I hate hats almost as much as I hate halflings. Something along those lines.
Yeah. Sounds right.
All right, well. The wind in the trees carries the whispers of Coralon's wisdom. Listen well.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
Interesting. All right,
All right.
well.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you start making your way around that bend and start going south towards the wood bridge over the River Warren. As you approach, you start hearing a voice sort of wailing. It's a woman's voice.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do something real quick. As we hear this voice, wait. Do we see anybody? Sorry, Rob. Didn't mean to
No,
interrupt. I just want
you
to
do not see anyone.
Okay, I'm going to do Channel Divinity.
Okay.
And do my Divine Sense. So for the next 10 minutes, until I am incapacitated, I know the location of any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet, and I know the creature type.
Okay. All right. Currently, you do not sense any of those within 60 feet of you.
Okay, so let's.
Well,
You want to go towards the
what
wailing?
about what except for Cole, right?
Oh yeah, would I actually then know where Cole is?
Oh, yes. No, except for Cole. You do sense Cole.
Sorry, Cole left you. I don't know.
He's
how
right
to
there.
this. Okay, well let's. If this sounds like a woman in distress, we should investigate.
As you get closer to the bridge, it starts to sound more echoey, and you determine that sounds seems to be coming from underneath the bridge.
Nothing bad happens underneath a bridge.
Only good stuff.
Like that delightful Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Can I could I one change myself to look like I'll just look like I don't know an old woman, just cuz, and like I don't want to look like a threat, and I but I'd like to have Cole go invisible and see if he could take a look under the bridge.
Okay. You want to just walk on top of the bridge, or do you want to start scaling down, or just
I
at the
want
cliffside?
I want Cole to, yeah, I want to look through his eyes, let him fly down invisible, like, like hopefully that works out for him.
Okay.
I mean, if
What's
not,
the range on that you have? How close to you do you need to be to use that feature?
so find familiar, the telepathic connection is when you're within 100 feet, you can communicate telepathically. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears. Um, so I kind of figured that means that I can't see when I'm looking through his eyes.
Yes, you
Uh,
can't see through your own eyes while looking through his eyes.
And additionally, I can use him as a conduit for spells that are a range of touch. So that's all
Yes.
that in that telepathic. So I figured all of that has to be within 100 feet, right? Seeing through his
Yeah.
eyes, all and hearing through his ears, all that. So that was my thought.
Okay. So you send Cole down.
Go quiet, Cole. Stop scratching things.
Underneath the bridge, and this is what they see. The water through the river has mostly kind of dried up a little bit, or directed to this Italy flow on the right, on the top, and you do see laying on her back, next to a fire, a female ogre, but her guts are split open, and her intestines are kind of laying on the ground.
Yeah, I feel like this is a problem that has already solved itself, and we should just cross the bridge, guys. Look,
I don't know.
there's an ogre down there. It's
Maybe
bleeding
it's
out.
blue.
There
Does
might
seem
be.
dangerous.
Let's be. Here's my thing, right? Somebody split that ogre's guts open, and they're not in the cave.
We
They
don't
might
know
come
that.
back to the cave. We don't. True. I just don't know. Like we could go in there. We could try and steal from the old lady. We could fix the old ogre lady's body potentially.
Maybe she's
This
a
is
nice woman.
weird. Maybe haven't met one yet. To be
Well,
honest,
okay,
haven't really
so
met any ogres.
glad we're seeing things in black and white again. But it does feel bad to leave this.
Look, I don't know what stories they tell in Elfland, but here we have stories about the monsters that live under the bridge and they do terrible things. And if, a hero came by in that story and split that monster's guts wide open, that's a good thing, right? That's the good end of the story. If you then continue to the sequel of said story and another group of heroes comes by and they decide that they're going to sew this monster up because they're nice people, that's not a good end to the story. You've just caused, like now the monster under the bridge can kill more people. I don't know anything about this ogre, and I feel like
We,
they have a reputation for a reason.
we can always go down, see how she's doing, maybe put her out of her misery even. There's a lot of ways to help people.
Could this be some
Yeah,
sort of trap? Maybe they have killed.
sometimes you help people by continuing along the road and ignoring them.
But could this be a
Uh,
trap, you think? Maybe this is. Maybe the other ogres have sliced her open or are waiting to ambush us down there.
because there's so many people that who helps who are we? There's so many people. So ogres set traps by killing other ogres so that random people will help ogres. This sounds crazy to me.
Well, here's the thing. Well,
No,
Okay.
you're right. I mean, your logic is sound. I just also think it sounds crazy. I don't know what to do. I'm just telling you what I see, and I'm okay with it.
Oh.
All right, are we going down or no?
Okay, so how thorough was that look by your imp?
Cole is very thorough. He's on his game. Look, there's a reason that we didn't get killed by that were rat in the woods, and that was Cole. He's doing okay. He's working his way back to redemption. That's what
Nice.
we're going with.
Ugh. I don't.
You don't want to go down.
I don't want to heal this ogre, but I also don't want to leave someone dying.
But what if
What
we go
if-
over the bridge and that trips some other trap? Like we trying to find out info. We don't know about this bridge.
All right, I think we're gonna have to make a decision here. Do we go down, investigate this ogre, or do we just try to go past it?
I'm okay if you want to go across the bridge, but there's always opportunity. You miss all the shots you don't take.
Okay, let's okay, I think this is probably the best way of doing this. Let's divvy up our votes here. Say everyone gets 3 votes. And you can divvy them up.
Oh boy.
And you can divvy them up however you want between going to see the ogre or going over the bridge. So you can say all 3 over the bridge. Or, I'm slightly inclined to go help the ogre, so 1 point.
All right, then I'm 2 for ogre, 1 for bridge.
Yeah, I guess we're going down there. Fine.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Hey, I didn't. Okay, I was kind of, I don't know, 2 to 1, 1 to 2. I feel like this is going to be bad and we are not doing things the right way, but I also feel like if someone is out wailing in pain,
You should put them out of their misery. I know. Yeah. You're right.
even if
I mean, look. Yeah. The spectral ghost seemed okay with it, right? They were kind of happy that we did it.
I was
at the end.
Yeah, in that sense, I was trying to free them from their curse.
And in this sense, we're trying to free the ogre from its, painful existence as an ogre.
I've never seen the art that an ogre creates.
That's because they don't.
Perhaps
They're monsters.
Well, I never thought orcs could create a suit of armor, but I have found that to be not the case.
Fair. No, you're right. All right.
I can't believe this conversation is happening the way it is, to be honest with you. All right.
I mean,
All
maybe
right.
she got some loot.
All right. By Corlon's grace. Should we yell out to the ogre? And then this way we'll also announce our presence to any other ogres that may be lying in wait to ambush us?
Hey, Intestiny, do you need help?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what to call you.
You there.
Oh!
You there, hurt ogre.
What do you want?
What happened here?
Oh. Talk split my belly.
Oh.
Talk why?
Seeing as you're close to death, if we were to perhaps save you and give you a second life, would you turn away from your evil nature?
What are you talking about?
I don't. All right, that's strike 1 against her. Look, what?
Her even considering that things have a nature to them is a bit much to ask for of an ogre's intelligence.
Okay, here's the thing. I can I can heal her to 1 hit point, and then if she tries to attack, we kill her.
I think she has a little bit of life in her still. Look, I'm just saying. Hey, how about sorry, I forgot I look like an old woman. Hey, hello there. Uh, why did he cut you open? Is it worth just finishing you off? You want to die?
Uh,
Do you want to die?
don't know. We was just eating, and then he gets this look on his face. He starts acting all weird. Uh, there was no food around, so we started digging up some food. Uh,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
uh,
so he decided he's gonna eat. Where's he at now?
Who is he at?
Who's talk? Who's he? Where? Where? Not who. Where?
What? What's he? He also ogre?
talk. Yes, talk ogre. Dumb ogre man. Why?
Yeah, man,
Why you do this to me?
Can I have Cole just tell him to kind of set a post, there's one entrance to this place and we're it. So could he just kind of keep a lookout to see if anything's coming while we're
Sure.
obviously yeah. Yep, yep.
Hey, so out of character, Rob, could I potentially do like a lay on hands to heal this ogre, or is that
This
not possible?
this is a mess. Like, you're gonna need some hefty medicine checks just to make sure all her organs are in the right place before you start stitching her flesh back together with magic.
So there's nothing to be done.
Can I use mending to just put her guts back together? Not do
Oh,
any healing.
unfortunately, mending is non-living matter.
Oh.
Currently, it is living, although not for much longer.
What if I kill her? You use mending. We'll bring her back to life. No, I don't have medicine. I can give hit points, but I can't do anything.
Can I look around, just kind of like meandering in just a little ways, and
Sure.
see, the ogre said that they were digging. Where does it look like there has been some digging happening?
Oh, nowhere near here, but you do see what they
Oh.
had cooking on the fire.
And what's that look like?
Oh, looks like people.
Yeah. Yep. Ogres still the ogrin. Yeah. If and we were to help you, would you just turn around and eat us?
Uh, uh, uh.
That sounds a lot like a yes.
Were
Oh,
were any of these people elves?
okay. Help Doc first. Doc weird. Why?
Talk weird.
Yeah. How's this? I'm just gonna I'm just taking a look around the cavern while I'm standing here. If anybody else wants
Oeiros?
to do anything. Yeah.
You sense undead.
Oh, hey guys, I'm starting to sense some undead. Maybe, maybe they dug up dead bodies and started eating them. And maybe
We split.
something exploded out of her stomach. I
Did we
think we
split?
should probably leave.
I vote for splitting.
The ogre
Back.
open?
No, up to the back up, crawl, climb up.
Bull's like, boss,
Let's go.
boss, boss, incoming
What?
boss.
What? Yeah, from when? From in or out?
Thump, 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 thump,
Leave.
thump, thump,
Oh,
thump.
Okay.
All right, can I get some initiative rolls from you guys?
Ah,
Crap.
great.
Oh dear.
Initiative.
You know what? I didn't even try using my command spell. All right, ogre,
Oh, man.
die. Okay.
Not too hot.
Oh dear.
9.
All right.
I'll give you, since you do sense this thing coming, I'll give you 1 movement to reposition yourselves if you want.
Are these like little ramparts here?
Oh yeah.
It's the so that's just that on the left. It's kind of just like a fence, and
Okay. It's not going to stop a ogre zombie.
no, probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm moving to about here-ish, I think. Do I see anything new around this corner when I run away from the zombie?
Oh,
Ogre
you just
zombie?
see random crap that the
Okay.
ogres have collected.
Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't want to run into another monster. So
You know,
we're
like
good.
shopping bags and shopping carts and stuff like that.
Are we
Hey,
describing the ogres as homeless people now?
Really quick, this entry to this cave, how big is it compared to the ogre?
Uh, well, I mean, so this isn't an exact map, but it's like it's supposed to be underneath a bridge. So there's like the ravine, and their camp is on like one side of the ravine.
I see.
So
Okay.
just try
Not
to
a-
imagine that the water on the top part like kind of extends all the way to where you guys are.
All right. If there was like a bottleneck here, like in a
No,
cave,
there is
or
not a
I
bottleneck.
was gonna put the immovable object in the middle of the cave so he couldn't fit through. The immovable rod. But no dice.
Okay.
Sorry, it is a bit more open than that.
That's okay. Okay, so is it 1 move or 1 action? Or either?
Just 1 move.
Okay, so I couldn't.
Um,
Could I not move and do a cantrip instead?
Sure.
All right,
What cantrip are you
I'm
using?
going to do Blade Ward on myself.
Okay.
So every time it attacks me, subtract minus 1d4 from their attack roll.
Really? That's what they changed Blade Board to? It used to give you straight up. Oh, huh. I guess they nerfed it.
I mean, it's still okay, but
Yeah, it used to give you straight up resistance, which was like it will half damage from those sources.
man, that'd be nice.
Anyway, let's see. Initiative time.
Oh yeah, and
Something went wrong. Oh no.
So just real quick, with reactions, how do those work? Do I have to prepare them, or like how do I
Oh,
use them?
there's reactions. There's
Yeah.
actions that are reactions, and then there are actions that are
So like shield,
you
which I have.
prepare ahead of time.
So like shield, is that something I have to?
Yeah. So shield is a reaction that has a specific trigger to it
Okay.
that's in the description.
Oh, okay, that's the trigger. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, most things that are just straight up reactions will have a trigger to them. Also, on your turn, you can use your action instead of doing a thing. You can prepare an action to be executed when a specified trigger occurs.
Right. Okay.
so an if statement.
Yes, an if statement.
Whoa, guys. Slow it down.
All right.
All right, so yeah, that's fine. Doop. Dirk, you are first again. Do you want to swap your initiative with anyone else?
I got a 9. Dirk got an 8, or did we get that wrong?
Oh, sorry, I'm doing the auto initiative.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
I keep asking for that, but I realized, I should probably just do auto initiative.
Okay, all
Yeah,
good.
That's fine. Let's go there.
I'll swap it with Weyros.
Oeiros.
Weyros.
Okay. Are we touching or can I, are we in the same zone? Would he get an attack of opportunity if I move backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to move back?
No, that's
Okay.
fine. Because I think he probably beat my Nature's Wrath being so strong. So I look down at my own Ogre Gauntlets, and I am going to just attack with my Lance of Divine Favor.
Are you casting Divine Favor with your first?
Yep.
Your minor action?
So it's yeah, it's let's see, does that
Right.
hit?
And that was 13? Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, great. Okay,
Go ahead and
so
roll your lance damage and your Divine Favor damage.
woof. Okay. Are you seeing these what I'm rolling? Weird, I'm not seeing
Yeah.
it in the game log. Okay. Okay, so that was my damage, but now I'll also roll my Divine Favor damage, which...
You might have to scroll down, Jordan.
Is it really that simple? Nope. That's okay. I'm just doing these in two separate windows so I can record, but... And that does an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. Okay. But then I'll also do, why not? Let's do I don't have, okay, I'm going to do a Divine Smite.
Oh, okay.
As a bonus action, which you take immediately after hitting a target with a melee weapon or unarmed
Oh, you
strike.
already used your bonus action to turn on Divine Fervor.
To turn on Divine Favor. Oh, with the lance?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it turns on when I start combat and use the
No,
charges?
so it's a weapon that basically allows you to cast the spell Divine Fervor as a bonus action.
Oh, got it. Okay. And Divine Fervor does an extra 1d4 radiant damage on hit, right?
Yes, for a whole minute.
And okay. Got it. Okay. Well, that is it for me.
Okay. Dirk.
All right. I'm going in stabby mode. I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna go with my rapier. There we go. That's nice.
Wow, nice crit.
There's the damage, and then offhand.
You can't offhand.
What?
The rapier, yes. The rapier is a one-handed weapon. It is not a light weapon,
Oh.
so it doesn't. So for the dual wielding, you can only do that with two light weapons, and the rapier is not light.
Okay. Nuts. Well, all right. I'm just gonna stick with the rapier for now then.
Okay. But you do get sneak attack damage.
Right. Okay. Let's do that.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, but you gotta that rolled for both. I gotta unequip the dagger.
No. So when you crit, it also crits for sneak attack.
I see. Okay.
All
And
right.
then use my what is it? Cutting action to
Yes.
disengage back out here.
There you go. Stick and weave.
Nice.
There we go. All right. You're
All
up,
right, Orion.
Oh,
Cool.
Or sorry, did you have anything else you wanted to do? I think you used your action and your bonus action.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, Orion.
You know what? I'm gonna just for now. I want to kind of see what's going on first. So before I start, or do I? You know what? I'm gonna step out a little bit to about here, and I'm gonna cast Bane on. I don't. There's nobody else around, so I'll cast Bane on both the ogre and the ogre zombie.
Okay.
I mean, there's. If I could see someone else, I'd cast it on them too. Do you want it? And so they must make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
DC, whatever my DC is, it's somewhere around here.
13.
DC 13. Yeah, there you go. My son knows how to read a character sheet better than me.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
the injured ogre with her guts all over the place rolls a -1 for her save.
Good.
The ogre zombie rolls a 10.
All right. So they both fail, and therefore they will subtract 1d4 from any attack roll or save for concentration of up to a minute on this spell.
Nice.
Yeah, her intestines are coming after you.
And
Don't give the GM any ideas. I don't like that.
you know what? As a bonus action, I will try to get into the head of the ogre zombie, and I'm going to try and mentally sound. Actually, maybe. You know what? I don't know how this works, so this is up for you, DM. I want to mentally try and make myself sound like the ogre. Just go, talk. What are you doing? Talk. They're good people. And that's it. And I'll just kind of back away up to here for now.
Okay. So that's. Sorry, are you
So
doing
that's
the psychic connection thing?
Yeah, that's my awakened mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like it's no spellcast or anything like that. But I don't even know if this thing understands common. So I'm just trying things out, you know.
Let's see. Features.
It is. You want me to read
Awakened
it? To you?
mind. One creature. Okay. Any
One
creature.
you can see.
You do not get thoughts back from Thok.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll keep yelling in his head for a little while, maybe.
All right. It is Cole's turn. Cole will follow the last set of instructions that you told it, which I think was to, or during combat, was to try to make a deal, try to make pacts with it. Okay, so
Whoa.
You are so stupid, Cole.
just do what you tell me to do, boss.
You are like a bad dog.
Bad imp. Bad.
So he's gonna fly up. He's gonna try to do a persuasion.
Wrong one. Come on, the other one is near death. That's the one you make a deal with, Cole.
Oh,
Yeah, next time.
right. Well, you were attacking this one, and
You know,
I think you were like trying to
haven't
like.
attacked yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, I'll get the other one next. All right, Ogre Zombie's turn. He hears Cole trying to whisper his temptations to fall to the dark side, and gets confused and swipes at Cole. 16, that is a hit.
Wait,
Whoa.
subtract 1d4.
You're right. Subtract 1d4. Let me roll that 1d4. Roll dice.
13.
16 to 3, which is a tie for his 13
Dang.
AC.
That'll hit
Um,
it. If it meets it, it beats it, right? Still hits him.
And unfortunately, the ogre slam does 14 damage, which is 4 more than Cole's measly 10.
Oh, I hate you so much, Cole.
And then he is unfortunately flatted back into the 9 hells.
I feel like this is, the gods of this, imaginary universe telling me stop talking to this stupid imp.
Well, I mean, you have to be very specific with its instructions. It's
No,
a
I got
lawful
it.
evil
Yep.
creature.
Yep, we will work on our communication. He really should have made a deal with the one that is dying. I mean, come on, like he should have thought about this. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. How much I got? All right, go ahead. You go. Now I got to look at how much incense I got.
All right, it's back to the top with Oeiros.
Well, Dirk.
No, sorry, you switched initiative order.
Oh, and it stays like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me repay Dirk's trust, and I am going to attack with the lance, but I want to reserve that bonus for the appropriately named divine smite here. So let me try to attack. Gosh, no.
That's actually a hit, by the way.
Oh. Let's
This
see.
ogre zombie has really shit HC.
All right. May the light of Corlon blind you. So let me do my damage. And then
There you
I will do the divine smite here. This is a bonus. And divine smite actually does 1 more damage if the target is a fiend or undead.
Oh, yeah. So that's 6 damage? Or another D8? Sorry.
8, 13, 19 total.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
19 total.
That is a lot of damage.
Dang.
So
Do
you are...
Top
You punch like a big, divinely flashing hole through this ogre, right through its guts, and you see like the bones of its ribs exploding out the other side. He doesn't flinch at all. Doesn't even scream out in pain.
Yeesh.
Dirk, it's your turn.
Tough customer.
Are we gonna have to divine damage something? Put this guy out of his misery.
Look, a blade wielded in defense of beauty is the highest act of devotion to the firstborn.
You got it.
Is this in
Very-
defense of
very
the
specific.
ogre lady?
No, I'm the
Is that
beauty.
the beauty?
I'm the beauty.
All right, Ryan, what's up?
No, it's my turn. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dirk.
All right.
That's a hit. Eight damage and 6 damage.
It's a big boy.
You swiftly swipe through its throat, and sort of a black putrid blood starts dripping through its neck. Still doesn't make any noise, though.
Well, I mean, I did just cut its throat, so you know. What are we gonna be doing? Should we?
Look, we're almost there. We just gotta
I'm gonna disengage.
like slowly work through killing this ogre.
All right. You're
Again.
up, Ryan.
Yeah.
Get a little
right.
blast.
Eldritch Blast time. Because that's what I'm doing. Yep, no, that's fair. And it's hard to miss, but it's possible.
Perfect.
That will do 7 points damage. And question, is this creature large or smaller?
It is large.
Then I would like to push it backwards 10 feet. Is it?
All right.
Yeah, 10 feet straight away from me.
Ah,
That's like right about here.
Yeah, give you guys a little breathing room if you want to reposition yourselves. Oh wait, no, its turn comes before yours. Oh well.
I still appreciate it, and I like the nice throwback to 4th edition here, where piece management on the board was a big deal.
All right. So then it is the ogre's turn.
Oh, and I scream, "Suck!"
So it actually starts coming around this way.
Uh-oh.
Dirk. Oh. And it super missed because
I'm offended.
it definitely misses. All right. Back to the top again with Oeiros.
I am offended that I didn't get attacked, but I am going to just go ahead and do the lance again. Let's see if that hits.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Can't you do like what's weapon mastery stuff in this one now? Do you have weapon mastery with your lance?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah.
I
got
can.
it.
Yeah, the lance topples. I just haven't been doing it because I thought the con, like, I
Oh,
don't know, the con might be too big.
I mean, he might. It's always worth trying. He does
Sure.
take, if it's a saving throw, he takes minus 1d4 from whatever he rolls to.
That's true. And doesn't roll. I mean, the dice can always roll low.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can force it to make a con saving throw, which is a DC 8 plus 2 plus the ability modifier used to make the attack, which is 3. So does a 13.
He rolls an 11, so now he is toppled.
Nice.
He is prone now. Prone.
Okay, well, let me do my damage. Right? And then the 1d4 bonus. Okay, so 9 damage. And he's prone.
Yep, he is proned.
Prone.
Anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Dirk. He's prone, so you get advantage on your attack roll.
All right. Can I, can I straight up Thor's hammer this guy with the immovable rod?
Oh, you want to put it on top of him to try to get him to prevent
Yeah,
him from sitting up?
right.
Okay,
or like
sure.
pin
Yeah,
his
you
arm
do that.
down or something. Yeah. So, I put the rod on him and push the button on the end, and it's like I put it
Well,
close enough that he can't scoot away, or like
he does have a giant hole in his chest, so you
Ooh.
could stick the rod into his chest cavity.
That's true. Okay, yeah, and like into his guts, like up into his
Yes.
body, so that it's yeah, right. So it's like I just don't want him to be able to scooch away. That's all.
All right, yes. So you stick your hand into his bloody, what remains of his lungs, and activate the rod. And struggle as he might, the ogre cannot sit up.
Hey. And I assume that takes my action.
Yes.
All right, but I still want to disengage and get away from him a little bit here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Orion.
Okay. What happens when the immovable rod meets the unstoppable force? And I will try to Eldritch Blast him again and see what happens when he
Oh.
has to move 10 feet away from me.
So here's the thing. Prone gives advantage to melee attackers, but it gives disadvantage to ranged attackers.
All right. I will roll at advantage then. And that is
Still a hit.
13 hit.
Still a hit.
I will deal 3 damage, and he moves 10 feet away from me.
You know he doesn't.
What happens? What happens?
You move 10 feet away from him, actually. You get blown back.
Your magic tries its very best to send this ogre reeling away from you, but it is quite thoroughly pinned to its location.
Does it take
The
any extra
ogres are
damage for
spinning around the rod, blending him up like a ninja.
that? That's great. Yep. All right, and I'm actually going to move a little bit further over here and start taking a look around in, just rummaging through the garbage bag pile of, stuff.
Okay.
No.
You are a bit
Myself.
distracted by the combat, and you didn't
Yeah,
spend
no,
your action to
I don't.
search.
Right, no. It's mostly me moving away from him because I'm terrified he's going to get up and throw an immovable rod at my face.
Gotcha. Oeiros, it is your turn.
Okay, so he can't move, but he can still sort of swipe out with his arms, right? So we're trying to do things at range.
Yes. So his arms actually only have a 5-foot reach, so you can just
Oh,
attack him with impunity.
Yep. All right. Don't worry, guys. I'll just keep stabbing till it's over.
That's how I live my life.
That's definitely a hit.
And I'll do the bonus 1d4. Okay, so another 13 damage.
That hit just takes off the rest of his jaw and kind of the rest of the flesh of his neck. So he's just sort of like a top skull on a dangly spinal column now.
Yeesh. Well, he
Uh,
ain't winning no beauty contest now. This is less glamorous work than I envisioned. I'll say that.
it is Dirk's turn again.
Dirk, please end this.
All right, I'm going in. All right. Oh, dear.
That's a hit. Oh, you have advantage anyway, so you can roll it twice. Yep,
All right.
that's a hit. Seven damage.
Ooh.
Big attack damage. Okay. So, damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points. Make a Constitution saving throw. 5 plus the damage taken, so 7 plus 5 is 12. Unless the damage is radiant or critical hit on successful save. Phew. Oh, he also does minus the d4. That's 13. It's still higher than 12. So he remains at 1 hit point.
All right, Orion.
Orion.
Get him.
You gonna end this?
No. He seems like he's kind of like I want to Paul. I'm gonna move this way. 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the ogre doing as I move this way?
Her eyes have started to roll into the back of her head. You kind of seems like she's still breathing, but it's hard to tell.
Okay. They seem like they got this ogre zombie thing under control. Ogre might show us where to dig. You know what? We're gonna say evens living, odds dead. Real quick. Okay, and so I will then that ogre zombie still on the ground?
Yep, still pinned.
Okay. You know what? I will just look at it and I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver, which is a DC 13 intelligence saving throw for the ogre.
Uh,
Wow.
And so- and make sure to take that D4 away from him. Okay, and yep, so he gets a
So
6.
it definitely rolled a 6 versus the save.
Yep. Okay, save was is 13, so I'm gonna roll 1d6 psychic damage. That's 4. No bonus or anything, but that's just 4 psychic damage to it. Nothing else I
All
can really do. Ah,
Oh,
dang it.
he actually does not succeed the Constitution saving throw, and he actually finally gives up the ghost. Bleh.
hey, good job.
Nobody even knows what just happened. He got up for a second after Dirk stabbed him, and then he just kind of collapsed back down to the ground.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Wait, can I get my immovable rod now?
You can certainly try.
Uh-oh.
Kind of got a Constitution saving throw to try to retrieve the rod from the ogre guts.
Oh,
That's
wait, that was
charisma.
charisma. My bad. Oh, no.
Oh,
I like the first one better.
Do you have a difference between your saving throw and your check?
ability check.
Oh,
That
yeah.
actually would be an ability check, wouldn't it? But that's okay.
Yeah.
It still would have been the same bonuses. I'm going to say that you are now have the sickened condition,
And you know
at least
what?
for now.
I should have even just used my mage hand. What am I doing?
Right?
Am
Yeah.
You want to retcon that and just start using your fancy class feature to reach in there and grab the immovable rod?
This is gonna be my new
Okay.
thing. All right.
There you go. You are not sickened. Although you could have even used the rod to put the thing in there in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to start thinking mage hand forward.
Yeah, I really do. Especially with that immovable rod. I got some ideas, but we'll see if they fly. But
Look, if you don't stick that rod up someone's butt by the end of this campaign, I'm going to be very disappointed.
All right, so you have achieved victory, although it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, Dirk, you're real stinky. And this other ogre, did she just die of natural causes, or is she still hanging on?
He's really not looking hot.
speak for yourself.
I'd say you need to roll a medicine check to even see if she's still alive or not.
All right. Why not? 12.
All right. She is barely breathing.
Can I awaken mind her and try and talk to her without her speaking?
The bonus action.
Look, we can't heal her.
There's no limit. You can just apply this whenever. Yeah, sure. But you don't get any thoughts because she is unconscious.
Oh man, where's the treasure? All right, are we trying to save this thing?
No.
Just know
We
what happened
can't.
last week.
We honestly can't. We don't have the... Does anyone have medicine as a skill?
don't you have magical hands?
I
That,
do,
like,
but
I literally. This
I mean,
is gonna be a weird conversation.
how did you know? Who told you?
I mean, look,
Look, I don't think the tickler is gonna bring her back to life. I can't put her guts back in.
I mean, I can, but whenever you heal her, she might be mad at me for
I mean,
holding her guts. You know,
you
I'll
could
just shove them in, you heal, and then we, walk away, right?
Make the hobbit
you could
make
I like how you have your own imp helping you.
Yeah,
Uh,
why don't you do it with that magic hand, Dirk?
Which
or
one?
or yeah, I don't know. Oeiros is gonna look at the bodies that they were roasting and eating. Were any of these bodies elves? Can you tell?
no. Well, why don't I get investigation from you?
16.
All right, pretty good. No, these seem to be because it was a human settlement nearby. These ones look to be the dug up corpses from the graveyard. So they are dressed. Or at least the remains. They're all been kind of butchered in the exact sense of the word, and their regal funeral clothes, or their Sunday best funeral clothes, have been chopped up to bits. But you do find a couple of like nice silver rings, a couple of jewels and necklaces and things like that, all totaling up to about 100 gold from all the bodies that they have assembled and attempted to eat.
Well, I would prefer this to rest of the bodies, but since there's no way to tell what belonged to whom, I believe maybe we should put this ogre out of her misery and move on.
Yes,
and take this treasure.
the bodies themselves don't have the jewelry on them. They just sort of like were piled up to the side because that's what they were. The ogres were not going to be eating that.
All right, so if it's worth 100 gold, everyone gets 33. We'll just share it with everyone.
Thanks, Oeiros.
Wow, I only had 3 gold before this, so
Yeah. And I just want to look at the ogre, and I'm just gonna cast Mind Sliver on this unconscious ogre.
All
And
right,
see if it can.
she
Beat a
passes
DC
away peacefully in her unconsciousness.
I hope it's not peaceful as I look at the dead bodies and just continually just think how to break this thing's mind into pieces. And I look at the invisible spot where there's not even any remains of Cole and think, you could have made a deal with this one, you idiot.
So that does beg the question: do you want to summon Cole back, or do you want to try your luck with a different demon or familiar? Just like you want to summon a regular familiar, pseudo dragon.
What do you guys think? You want me to bring Cole back, or are you kind of tired of him and you want me to go talk to somebody else? Or, I mean, like, he could do some cool stuff, invisible, and he turned into a raven that one time and woke me up in the middle of the night. I don't know if that was a good thing or not.
I mean, he's been nothing if not loyal.
yeah,
To a fault.
I would say it's up to you, but man, apparently there's a lot of pseudo dragons on Evermeet, but they were not the. I don't know how helpful they would be as a familiar. Unless Rob does that giggle
sorry,
all the
you mean
time.
the fairy dragons?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Unless
pseudo dragons.
you do that giggle with a lot. That was yeah.
Like a tickle me almost. Yeah,
it doesn't even go invisible.
my son is gonna judge me for whatever decision I make here.
Could he? Does he want to roleplay the new familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, he has to go to bed soon, so he shouldn't.
Oh, that's too bad.
He knows it.
I do want to be able to roleplay the
Yeah.
You
So
are the
how about-
dog.
Or die.
Or- yeah.
Camping.
Yeah. He actually made a I don't remember why he had a Quasit familiar. Oh, you think he just made a character that had a Quasit friend, and Quasit was absolutely ridiculous and fun to roleplay as for him. No, let me. I gotta find my player's handbook and I'll take a look at it and give you an answer on if I want to change it or keep it as an imp.
All right.
Sure.
But we
All
can.
right.
You guys can move on unless there's anything else going on in this. I'd look around, maybe see if I could burn some ashes for incense, and then go like, ah, crap. I guess I have to actually use the 10 gold worth of incense I have left. Stupid imp. Go on.
All right, let's do it. Let's get over this bridge and see what's next.
All right. All right. So you start continuing south. In the foggy moors.
Does anything good ever happen in the Foggy Moors?
Sorry, my wife chimed in and it was like murder.
Hmm.
But no, not that you're aware of. But your time in the foggy moors appears to be uneventful.
Perfect. No giant hounds.
But as you approach what was described as the worm's mark, it's the first bit of intense color you've seen since you've been here. Just this ever-burning scorch mark, red scorch mark of a crater on the ground.
Yeah, this seems like a good place to.
Roast a hot dog.
I was gonna say there was a cemetery nearby, so yeah, this seems like a great place to have a village. Maybe they're really into like roasting meats, like a real.
Well, it was a good while away from the bridge and through the moors.
No,
Fair
yeah.
to say that this takes an hour in here passes where we don't do much other than eat, drink, read, and tend to wounds that could count as a short rest.
Did we short? I don't think we short rested, but we could potentially could.
Do we need a short rest?
Oh, I always look if we ever anything happens and I have the opportunity for a short rest, I want a short rest.
Well, do you want to short? We didn't short rest in the Foggy Moors, and I'm so glad we got through that. Do you want to short rest in the Scorch of the Red Worm?
I mean, it's warm.
I don't know. Look, guys, fine. Look, if you guys want to keep going, but I'm just saying,
Look, we can
I
short
like
rest.
I like my naps. Okay. No, I mean, we can still I don't know. This is a good question for you, Rob. So the little like pop-up thing when you click short rest is it's a period of downtime during which the character does nothing more than strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. I guess is walking more strenuous than that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. No,
So
we're
if
good.
you do decide to short rest, you must choose a location with which to rest at.
Okay.
I say we're so
No, you
close. Let's keep going forward, and then if that becomes a terrible mistake, I will blame somebody else.
Good idea.
Okay, so you decide not to short rest.
Right.
Yeah, I guess not.
I kind of want a long rest.
You want to
I
get
mean,
to
No,
take a nap?
not yet.
A long nap.
But I do want to get somewhere where we could do a long nap. But I don't want to do it where this ever smoking red worm crater is. So I say let's push on.
You guys notice that the smoke is in the shape of a dragon.
Fair.
Yep.
It's weird. This place is weird.
Let's turn to the real dragon. Come on.
Does the smoke
if that-
actually look like a dragon, or is that artistic license, DM?
Can I get a perception check?
From everybody?
Yeah, sure.
I got a 1. I'm glad I got rid of that.
Boy, we're not very perceptive.
Perceptive.
There you go.
Hey, you can conjugate. All right, sorry, that was 5, 3, and 11. So the three of you stare at the smoke bellowing from the scorch of the red worm. I mean, it's not like an intense smoke. It's not like a smoldering volcano, but it's just like a little constant stream of smoke. And sometimes it collects together, and sometimes it's split apart. And then you see it, just barely, like at the top of like where the smoke is coming together. It looks like a dragon right at the top, like real defined shape. And you're like, oh, hey, it really does. And then the shape starts getting closer and closer as it swoops in on you.
Uh-oh.
And right in front of you lands a real dragon. It's a wyrmling. It's not big, but it is a red dragon.
Whoa. What?
And it starts like cocking its head at you, like going, do any of you know Draconic?
Sadly, no.
For some reason, I do. It's in my language.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I
All right.
chose it. I'm not joking. It's in there.
Yes.
So it starts like barking Draconic at you. Like, oh, people here, people here, people here. What are you doing here? Going here? Coming to my lair? Don't come to my lair. Passing
won't
through?
come here.
Going through? What are you doing?
We mean you no harm, Dragonling.
Oh, okay. If you're not
Are you
eating
here
me,
alone?
then
You won't be
I'm not eating you. But that costs you. It costs you. I need a hoard. I'm making a hoard. I have to make a hoard. I have to sleep. I have to sleep on gold. Sleeping on gold's what I do. So he holds his claw out and says, "Give me some gold."
Give him 1 gold.
He sort of looks at it and he like pinches it and is like, "Okay, yeah, that's a gold. That's a gold. Okay, you." And he puts his hand in front of Oeiros. You have no idea what the hell this thing has been barking, but it looks like Dirk just paid it off. And Oeiros, or sorry, Orion. What do you do?
I will.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll also give him gold.
Like, oh yeah, great, awesome, neat.
Hey,
All right, now you.
What is
Motioning
going
to
on
Orion.
here? And I just like look, what's going on here? Is he gonna be my pet? Is that what's happening? He wants to be my new pet?
no.
Well, I think he's extorting you.
No. I mean, I get that as David, but Orion has no idea what's going on. People are giving this thing money, and I don't get it.
When a dragon wants you to pay the dragon, you pay the dragon.
What does that mean?
I think it's pretty clear. I said dragon 3 times.
Either you give the dragon a gold, or you tank this next fight. How about that, Orion?
Okay. How tough does a wyrmling look?
Uh-oh.
It is of medium size. It's almost a baby. It's got big eyes. It's like got a lot of energetic energy to it. but you do have sense like a level of regal dragon power that really differentiates this creature from any other creature that you've seen.
Okay, so it seems like, it's just a thing. Yeah, it's just a monster. We should be like, we just fought a zombie, right?
We're at a location called the Scorch of the Red Worm.
Yeah, yeah,
Do we
yeah.
really want? I mean, when I think about a place where things live, attacking a baby at where a thing that's known to live there lives is probably a very provocative action.
Yeah,
One gold is a small price to pay.
that's fair. Can I try?
I agree.
You
No,
get
and you get
Orion
nothing from its head.
a
Okay, no.
claw, just sort of starts poking you in the chest, like, and he holds out his hand again.
Okay, yeah, no. So you guys are just saying this thing just wants my money, and it's
Give it
where you're not willing. Okay, yeah, okay. And here's the gold. Here, gosh.
here.
Yeah, and he assembles the 3 coins, and he like jumps around it like a dog with a toy, and like does a little circle around it, and then sits on top of it. It's like, yeah,
Hey,
that
That's
like
you're still
triggers some deep instinctual need for the dragon to sit on top of a pile of gold.
Dirk, tell him we'll be back, and he could get more gold with us.
Dragon,
You
where
want
we're
him to
headed.
rob us again?
No.
Dragon, where we're headed.
We are going to go get gold. Well, actually, I don't want to bring him into whatever situation we're going now. I'd rather swing back on the way after whatever this is. See if you can say, "Hey, we're going to come back and we're going to get more gold." And you could get gold with us. Maybe you can persuade him in your draconic.
What do you
You
say?
can certainly try.
Yeah.
What do you say? Draggy, Drago, Wormy, Red Worm.
Got to work on that before you start speaking draconic to him. But I think
What do I call you, baby worm?
Well, he doesn't understand common yet.
okay. So
Oh, shit.
all draconic. I'll leave this in the hands of Dirk, but I will say, could be handy to have a dragon as an ally, especially one young like this.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
wait a second.
get.
Wait a second, real quick. Does speak with animals work with dragons? It doesn't.
It does not.
Because it's beasts. Damn.
Yep, it's not a beast.
Does he have a squirrel friend nearby that I could talk to?
I don't think there's any squirrels nearby.
Don't worry,
Draconic.
gents. You talk to the dragon. I'll talk to the squirrel.
Dirk, did you want to try that persuasion or not?
Let's try it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Oh, sorry, man.
10's not terrible.
Oh, that's 6. Yeah.
He's like, huh? No. And he like scoops up his little pile of 3 coins. Like, no. My hoard here. Stay in here. No.
What's his name? Can you get his name before he goes?
What do I call you, baby worm? Almost baby worm.
Vessal Nestridistrax.
Astral Nostradastrax. Got it.
Vestral Nestrid Nestrax.
Vestral Nostrid Nostrax. Got it.
Yes. Good. Don't forget it. And he like, looks at you and looks at the other 2 and just sort of like does like a nod. Huh? And then he like scritches off deeper into the crater. Whoosh.
It's horde.
But did you? Are there more of him?
You know, I like this. I like that we know the location of a young red dragon wyrmling. He'll be a wyrmling for a long time, I'd wager. I don't know too much about dragons other than what I've read in books. But I think that is fortuitous. Even though everything I know about red dragons is that they're generally evil. But, been proven wrong. Maybe.
He just robbed us for no reason. This is like I don't
Ah,
look.
easy come, easy go. What we did was we just gave him things that were off the
He wanted.
corpses of dead people that the ogres
Okay,
dug up. I'm very happy to get rid of all of this.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it. I'm broke.
We're all
And at
broke.
this rate, I'm not saving my village.
Well, let us continue on. Let's find that Shadowfell crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, traveling further west. West of there, the Worm's Mark. The treasure is yours.
Is the treasure the shadow crossing, or is the treasure the friendships we've made along the way? Which I guess is just the dragon, who is only our friend because he only robbed us a little bit, whereas other things tried to kill us.
I mean, we're gonna have to go back this way, right?
So just save 1 gold.
Or we can just try to murder him on our way back through when we have something else. Yeah, you know.
I feel like we're getting things that are in weakened states that would normally be our enemies. Like slashed open ogre. Rough. Young red dragon. Also rough. Like
I feel like we're like on a constant pendulum where we don't know what we're supposed to be doing, whether it's good or bad. Like, okay, empty town. Should we rob these houses? Yes, we realize that's bad. And then we go, Wood Bridge, should we help this ogre? The answer should be no, but because we tried to rob a village, we now think maybe we should. And, like maybe we should just pick a bad decision and stick with it, like
no, let's debate over everything. And let that be half of our sessions, us arguing moral.
Okay, so you come upon this old house.
Let's kill it, guys.
Orcs, come
I'm
on.
tired of houses. Orcs could live here.
That's a raven. I see ravens.
With there are ravens perched atop,
Well, I
and
think
they do
we've.
caw at your arrival.
Well, we have their book, don't we? Because the map's in the book.
Oh, you took the map, but you were not allowed to take the book.
Oh, okay. I assumed it was a part of the book. Wait, so they
It
let
was,
us rip out a page of the book?
The page was not actually attached to the book. It looks like it was inserted.
Got it. Okay.
Can I just start shooting ice knives up into the skies to start destroying all the ravens?
Wait, whoa. Let's not attack the ravens.
All right. Yeah, they
Um,
seem like harbingers of joy.
Well, we're near a shadow crossing, right? So, ravens. Or no, is that the Crow? Am I thinking of the Crow movie?
Maybe?
Don't they
Ravens
ferry
ravens are super
souls?
smart.
Yeah, and they ferry souls across. And so I believe I'm just quoting the Brandon Lee Raven movie. But it was a favorite on
Obviously can't be.
Evermeet.
Used to have just like you just sit down together, on the lawn and
Watch old VHS tapes of 1980s movies.
yeah, why
Wait,
not?
wait. What if okay, well, we could conjecture on what's going on here, but I assume maybe the crossing's inside and these ravens are moving between the realms. Maybe we just approach
Can we,
it.
before I just want to, can we just take like just an hour, sit down, collect our thoughts? I mean, I'll let you guys vote on whether Cole comes back or somebody else. And just general like eat lunch. I'm kind of hungry. It's been a long time. And last thing I saw, I didn't want to eat after the thing, zombie mess and human
Okay.
remains and
Well, how about you take the short rest and I'll go speak with an animal because I can actually talk to these ravens.
Okay, you sound crazy, but okay. Deal.
I've still got some goo on my rod if you're hungry.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
no,
There's so many things
there's
wrong with
so many
this.
layers to that.
Look,
I pulled it out of the ogre, but I didn't clean it
look,
off.
I said I'd speak with animals, not speak with monsters. I never want to
I
hear that again.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
If I wanted that, I'd cast my ensnaring strike. Okay. If they're gonna make camp, I'm just gonna walk up and try to. Is there this raven standing up front, or a raven that's standing I could talk to?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast my last spell slot to do speak with animals.
Hold on, just a second. All right.
Hey,
you
sorry,
get
I'm
some
back.
water, actually.
Okay,
Sorry, now I am going to get some water. Be right back.
sounds good.
Everything's set up now.
And I'm gonna look up conditions for Dungeons and Dragons.
Uh, it is. I will say it is harder to play when it's this late. I'm like, this is what it must feel like to be a dad trying to stay awake when we're doing an RPG like Star Wars or something. I'm like, okay, almost there. I gotta see what this Raven's got to say.
I mean, just just talk to it and pretend that you're hearing its voice already. Just let Rob jump into mid conversation where you're talking to yourself. That'll keep you awake.
I mean, at the bare minimum, Wyrmling is going to pretend to speak to it, regardless of it whether it's successful or not.
So that everybody else has to think that you did it. Ah, that Raven's a jerk.
Yeah, they're all jerks. Start ice knifing them.
This is why I just went and summoned an imp last time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna bring Cole back because there's too many other options, and it's hard to figure out what's gonna work best when it comes to a familiar. I like the ability to go and visit.
The invisibility.
So you're
thing's
bringing
pretty
Cole
good.
back?
Yeah, I think so. I've looked, I've read. It'd be weird for everybody to hear me talking to the pseudo dragon and have it talk back to me, but only in my head because it can't speak. But I would have to, awakened mind talk with it. A Quasit, they're just too much. They're just too much. Like the picture is literally this guy ripping a book apart. Like I can't bring you to the library, dude. Come on. And so on and so forth down the line. But yeah, I get,
Okay.
like I'm gonna give him another chance. That's the way I look at it.
Hey.
Also, Cole, turn into a raven, damn it.
He's he's on strike 1 or strike 2. You decide.
I feel like he's already kind of struck out. This is like a new at bat for him.
Okay, so he's got 9
'Cause,
chances.
I mean, which inning is it? It's the real. What inning of your life is this, Cole?
So Cole forms again in a burst of fire. And he goes, oh, good, you saved me, boss. I was about to get eaten again.
You tell me, Cole, is it better there or here? Like wherever you just came back from or where you're at now?
Oh, it's definitely way better here.
Yeah, okay. You make another stupid decision, like, making a deal with a zombie in the middle of like there was another one dying. Like they're much more likely to make a deal. Just saying, right? Not
Oh.
not that we'll
Sorry,
have to figure
boss.
this out. But I need you to make smarter decisions, is all I'm saying, or you're gonna stay there and I'm gonna bring up, some other imp. I don't know if I
Oh,
get to
okay,
choose.
okay, okay.
Whatever. Just don't be stupid because this costs me money. Now you have to find me 10 gold without the people that you take it from knowing about it.
Okay,
And
okay.
not your friends, right?
And
I'll
not
get
my
you the money. I'll get you the money.
Yeah, you will. I agree. All right. Well, sorry, I'm grumpy. I just all right. Oeiros is gonna go talk to that bird if you want to watch. All right. I'm gonna have my lunch now.
Can Cole give you a back
So, you cast the spell and approach the bird,
I'm gonna say, "Hail, Raven. We're here."
and the raven kind of regards you almost politely. It's like, oh, hello. And what brings you to Chalet Bantifax?
Oh, well, we were sent here by a island library called Candlekeep. We are here to
Oh,
research shadow crossings to help cure a curse that's blighted my companion's town. We mean no
oh,
harm.
oh. You need the shadow crossing?
We'd like to study it to prevent and fix another one.
Oh, I see, I see. Well, the raven hops up to the top of the fence and goes, you could find the shadow crossing in the grave of the poor daughter of the Baron. This was his home, you know.
Oh, and is he
Sadly, the whole family died.
really? I'm sorry to hear that. Were they a nice family?
Well, as nice as could be, but the tragedy of the place, unfortunately, the tragedy of their deaths, unfortunately, left a connection open to the Shadowfell. As long as you agree to only investigate the Shadow Crossing and not enter the chalet, we'll let you do as you please.
The other, so that might be a something I would ask, just because we've come a long way and we would really like to stay the night and refresh ourselves after such a arduous crossing. We encountered some undead ogres, spirits of the wrathful undead on our journey here, and might need a little bit of time to recover for our wounds overnight. Um,
Hmm.
could I maybe roll a persuasion with that, or
Sure, roll a persuasion.
let's see, fingers crossed. Well, it's 11.
Hmm. And the raven just sort of like cocks its head to one side, back and forth, and goes, let me ask the others. And it flies up to the top of the tower there with some of the other ravens. And they all turn around and look at you. And they all sort of hop down into the tower.
Hmm.
Can I get a perception check?
Absolutely. 7.
Ah, okay.
The worst part about rolling on this is that it goes to like 18 or 19 for a second and then rolls over to a low number, and you're like, oh
Oh,
gosh.
yeah. So
Why?
that's the simulate the give you the real life die experience. Anyway, so you wait a bit, and you wait, and you wait, and then you hear some like wood scraping against the wood floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then more creaking, scraping, and then out of one of the windows crashes like a mattress and some pillows,
Hmm.
and then another,
Hmm.
and then a third one.
These are some super strong ravens.
Beefy boys.
And then the ravens appear from the top of the tower again, and one of them flies down. Apparently, a different one from the other one, because the first one had a female voice, and this one has more of a stern male voice, and goes, "You can use these, but you're not to enter the chalet."
Okay, we'll respect that.
No, but it is cold out here, and there was a dragon and a zombie. Come on, this is not. I'm sorry. It's just been a bad day.
All right. Well,
Do you
Are you getting stabby
do
with
you
the
know
birds?
the Vishtani? Do you guard their crossing?
unfortunately, the Vistani have not used this crossing in some time.
Or do you cross to the other side? I'm just curious. I'm
Definitely not if I can't help it.
interesting. I would have assumed you knew the Raven Queen, but I'm an elf, and that is one of our stories.
Oh, no, can't say that I have.
Well, you've been very
Anyway,
helpful. I'd be happy to speak again if you would like it, and thank you for your hospitality.
yes. Well, we've given you something to sleep on, but if you do enter the chalet, we will warn you. It can be dangerous. But then again, I am just a raven, and it flies back up the top.
What is that?
Okay,
check?
so let me
Insight check. I want an insight check when he says I'm just a raven, because that sounds nuts. This dude's making threats
I
and
don't.
dropping
To be fair,
clothing out of windows.
I don't think any of you understood what the Raven said.
Okay, no, if I didn't understand him, then no insight check. But I thought I did. That's fair. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think these ravens are lying to us.
But what could be in that chalet?
Look, okay. So let's step back for a second. So my initial theories when we walked up here are way off. I was thinking these ravens might go back and forth between here and the Shadowfell, and maybe they're working for the Raven Queen, who was an elf at one point. That seems to be way off. I have no idea why they're here, and why they don't want us in the chalet. But they've told us where the Shadow Crossing is. So if we just need to go study the Shadow Crossing, we're good. But I don't know what studying it means. Does that mean we have to go into it? And if it does, we definitely need to sleep, like long rest. Right?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have to mark the location of this one on the map with the magic that Matreus, I forget his name, gave us, right?
Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius.
Yeah, Matreus. That's it. That rhyme actually did help. So we just mark it. So Rob, we just go to it and discover it. We don't actually have to go into it unless we want to.
Oh, to the yes, you have to at least cross to the other side of the Shadowfell through the Shadow Crossing, and then do the ritual that you were given to mark the location. So that you
Okay.
can find it when you out the other portal.
So what we need to do, right? Because we need to see what it's like on the other side. So we definitely need to long rest so we can get the spell slots back, and get our HP back, and then I think we go into the Shadowfell. Yeah. And then if you want to fight a whole bunch of birds,
Okay.
we'll figure that one
And
out.
then
But I
Go
think
kill the dragon.
sure. What? Sure. What?
And then go loot the village just to really upset Orion.
Yeah, let's rest, and then let's check out the Shadow Crossing. Yeah,
Sure. Long rest.
long
Yeah.
rest.
Long
Long.
rest.
Wait, no, Orion, Oeiros, you're serious that we can't go inside that house because a bird told you so?
Look, if you really want to fight things, we're gonna probably find something on the
I'm
other the Shadow
I'm
Crossing.
not saying that I want to fight things. I'm just saying, like, it's crappy weather out here, and I just would like. I just miss my house.
Look, I gotta say, the birds obviously own this house.
Yeah.
They,
Okay.
there's
Yeah, okay.
they've warned us not to go in, and they
But
could have
I mean,
could have said go in and watched us die.
yeah, that's okay. I mean, they're birds.
But but that doesn't give them any less, you know, that doesn't make what they say any less true. If
it does.
if they are here and they're in this house or around this house all the time, they know what's going on more than us. So I say, let's abide by what the birds say, and let's sleep out under the stars, you know, like the stars above us are but echoes of Corlon's own radiance.
Okay, that's cool for you, I guess. But I've just been having these weird dreams ever since we left Candlekeep, and I'm not inside, and I am kind of terrified of them. Which this is a really vulnerable thing for me to tell you. I don't like being scared of sleeping and having a giant octopus face monster eating me or whatever it wants to do. It's weird, okay? And I thought maybe if I was inside, it couldn't get me. And I realize now that I'm vocalizing that this is a very like childish thought that I'm having. Of course, the monster, if it can break into my dreams, can break through a ceiling. So, yeah, okay.
Well,
Cool.
you don't have to worry about it because I don't sleep. Really. So I will long rest, meditate, and I will be awake in case anything comes at us, through our
You know,
brains or not.
you know what? They're just birds. Cole, you go talk to them while I lay here staring in the darkness and hoping that I can sleep.
Can you tell
Please.
Cole
Thank
not
you.
to offend them? I don't.
Yeah, Cole,
Sorry, boss.
try to
What
make
did
a
you want
deal
me
with
to
them.
do?
Just go, maybe talk to the ravens. Maybe they'll think you're a raven and you'll be like, hey, how's it going? I'm flying in from back east and, I'm just crossing by and, maybe they could tell you something. I don't know. Look,
Look, don't
this whole thing's
just
weird to me.
don't be insulting. Just don't try to antagonize them. But
Let him
Just
peck you.
again, right? The art of the deal has to do with making them like you, right? If they hate you
Don't
because
ever
you're
mention a Trump thing around me.
I'm viewing Cole in a different light because I wasn't thinking of Trump.
oh no,
Look,
I'm turning into the best raven.
oh gosh. I don't have enough money to summon a different familiar. Damn it, Dirk. Just
The best deals.
some info.
You want to get deals like these?
Hey,
I'm going to sleep.
hey, can I take a sliver of your soul? It's the best deal.
What are you going to use it for, huh?
Some people say I'm the best when I take the sliver of soul. What?
Oh gosh.
You know, people tell me. They tell me.
They've never seen deals like this before.
They've never seen a deal like this before.
It's so big.
Anyway, so you tell Cole to go talk to the Raven some more, and you just go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what's going on, and apparently we're sleeping outside. Just like maybe they're ravens, and if he's a raven, I don't know if he can speak raven when he's a raven. I don't know how this works, right? I'm learning it bit by
All
bit.
right.
Can
And so
I?
maybe he can ask him some questions, learn some stuff, and come tell me in the morning. I don't know.
Maybe
It's just a hunch.
he could just listen. What if we just said
That too. Yeah.
just
Okay.
listen?
Okay. Look, Dirk made me feel real guilty about asking Cole to do anything. So now, yeah, okay, yeah, just listen.
All right, just
How
listen.
about this? I have mending. Can we offer our help to the birds to fix something in the house
Let's do that when
in exchange?
after the long rest. No.
Sure.
Unless you want to. Let's rest and let the birds see that we're
Abs-
not going to attack them in the night,
Sure.
and then maybe in the morning we can try to. But here's the thing: do you guys only want to go in this house because the bird said you couldn't?
No, I want to loot whatever's in there, but no, that's just me.
I want to steal everything.
Yeah, I mean
Okay, I got it. Okay. Nope, no, that is clear. I think I had to get your motivations. I thought it was more of
oh,
the bird said
I'm
no, I'm definitely doing it.
no.
Well, I do.
I will try to sneak in there. I think if we try to get in there and see what's in there, nothing. Like, there's no like poor person with a chalet. Like that's
Yeah,
not. It's
yeah.
not a.
But I say
So
let's push on forward and then circle back. Because here's the thing: if these birds aren't crossing the Shadowfell, maybe they are, and they freely gave us and told us where it was. Unless they're leading us into a trap, maybe they're protecting it. So, or maybe they're keeping something out of it. So maybe if we go in, do some good stuff, we'll be on their good side, and they'll let us just rob the house blind. I don't know.
I just, again, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my way in the world at this point. Village dying,
Look, we're gonna save
weird
your
stuff's
village.
happening. I'm having weird
You're
dreams.
dreaming
This
of.
is just all weird. I
Look,
get it. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you this very popular book. It's called My Octopus Teacher. Have you guys seen that? It's good. All right, let's do long rest, guys. We're gonna sleep out under the
Okay.
stars, and
So you take a long rest.
can we see the stars?
No, you can't.
Oh, great!
Uh,
It's damn cataracts.
Orion, when you close your eyes, for some reason, some of the stars are bright and visible to you. But only when you close your eyes.
I wish I was sleeping inside tonight. I really don't know what's going on anymore. Can't even make this a song in my head. Life's not a musical. Oh gosh. Cole, I just feel like I'm going crazy. Is all that Orion's feeling. Like other people aren't
Yeah.
saying this. People are saying they see weird figures on hilltops. You know, Cole's here
Oh
now
yeah, I
and he
forgot
listens
about
to
that
me.
already.
And like other people are talking to dragons and we're saving ogres that we then decide we're gonna kill. Like nothing makes sense anymore. And now I'm seeing stars in my head. Great.
well, so that's why I'm trying to think. So it seems like we've got to come back through here, right? Like it seems like something else is gonna happen. There's just a baby dragon, right? There's a disappearing figure on a hill. I think maybe there'll be stuff that as we get back to Candlekeep, something will.
Well, we do
I
have a
don't.
lot of unsolved mysteries. One,
Right.
who were the wizards that created that room that we keep going to? That's still there, right?
Hmm.
I don't know. Let's
Where's the rat that attacked you?
Yeah,
Hold your
there's
yeah.
face somewhere.
well, we
Yep, yep.
know we had them point out where they thought its lair was, and I think we're gonna go back, get some vengeance there. But let's sleep out under the stars, and as Orion sings himself to sleep, I feel like Wyrmling just looks at Dirk side-eyed like, okay. Like, I guess this is a human thing? I don't know. Do you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, I think, yeah, I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, so,
long rested. Unless we get
yeah,
interrupted.
Orion, can I get a can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Wisdom saving throw. I'm all right at that. That's not very good. I'm not rolling super great, guys.
It's been rough for
That's
me
okay.
too.
I didn't set it very high. Only if you'd gotten like really way less than that. That's okay. You do have some very weird dreams, but otherwise you're able to get a full night's sleep. Dirk, you have the jackal and the rat dream again. But for some reason, there's all these crows in the dream too. And usually there aren't any other animals in that dream. Oeiros, you don't dream
Just write in my
because you don't
diary.
sleep. If I did have dreams, these are the dreams I wish I would have.
Dear diary, my friends have weird dreams, and it looks like it sucks.
They're singing to themselves. I always thought it'd be the halfling that would sing us a song, but okay. So we long rested. I'm gonna do
Yes.
take long rest.
I don't feel like these ravens may be on the side of good, let's say.
You know, they're pretty polite.
Yeah. So is Raphael, the devil.
From Baldur's Gate 3 or from the Ninja Turtles movie. Because he was cool but rude if I remember correctly. Well, here's the thing. Let's cross the Shadowfell. Let's figure this out. And then we could swing back and figure out what we want to do
That's
after
fine.
that.
I'm just letting people know my dreams were full of evil beasts.
Wait.
Cole has not come back.
I don't have any more incense, guys.
Wait, did he... Can you see through his eyes?
I went to sleep. There were stars. It was weird. Okay? I don't know.
I mean, you can try now.
Yeah. There's more stars in my head.
Well, when you do the thing to look through Cole's eyes, you feel tied up, and you can see that he's on the floor somewhere in the chalet.
Okay. There's he followed I just told he was just supposed to listen, but they found him. Whoever they were. And the ravens told him he's here, and they tied him up. And hold on, I have an idea. That means he's close to me. And how does this work?
You think I could just ask the ravens to free him and we could be on our way? Or can you dismiss him and bring him back?
Exactly. And poof, I want him to disappear. I want to take him to his little pocket dimension for me.
None of the ravens are actually around this morning.
Oh, so it's just an empty space.
Yep.
Hey, let's come back. Let's go to the Shadowfell and then come back before this.
But Cole's okay. But Cole.
But when he goes into his pocket dimension,
I
can
mean,
he just pop out wherever?
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on. Oh,
I mean, I'm saying this with confidence, but I have no idea what's going to happen.
Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. Because honestly, I want to keep us on target, so we do the Shadowfell thing, and then we could swing back and and figure out what we want to do. But give me a second.
Just tied up inside somewhere, presumably the chalet, and he's close enough to me. I don't know. You want to see what happens, Dirk?
If we go in the chalet,
Well,
after after your demon boy,
we don't have to go in after him, I don't think. But like, do you want to see what happens if I make him disappear? I could look
Oh.
around through his eyes, but I feel like he's not going to see much unless they want him to. I don't know. Look, just
what if he's helping the ravens right now?
I don't think he's allowed to. That would be like an automatic strikeout, and he would just go back.
Which Cole is well known for striking out.
You do know that in the room that he was in, there is a chest on the floor. Like, very classic treasure chest stylings there.
I'm all for stabbing a bird for some treasure. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like you and Cole got off on the wrong foot just because I said he's going to make a deal. And I get that you have a history with, mean, apparently redheaded, orange haired halflings being
What?
very big in their description of things. I don't know.
I'm
Look, you
back.
hated
What
it.
happened? what happened? What's going on, guys?
We're talking about whether we should go in there because now there's a treasure chest on the floor, and
Wait, what treasure
look,
chest?
on the floor where Cole was at. There's a treasure chest.
We'll come back.
Cole's in the house.
But you put him in a pocket dimension, and then he popped out, or what I miss?
No, do you want me to bring him back and we can ask him some questions?
Well, if you brought him back, he'd appear near us, right?
I think so. I don't know. Let's find out.
Yes.
Poof. Is he next to me?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me double check.
So what we learned while you were
temporarily dismissed it familiar to a pocket dimension.
we learned that when Cole
Does that mean? Yeah, I guess the generous interpretation here is that you can do this whenever. If I wanted to be strict here, I could say that you can only use that ability when they're within line of sight of you, which they currently are not.
I see what you're saying.
Let's just say for dramatic effect, you're not sure how to dismiss him while he's not within line of sight of you.
Look, I don't know how to make it happen, Oeiros, and
So there's no ravens around at all?
None.
and we know there's a treasure chest in there with Cole.
Well, I really wanted to work with these ravens, but it feels like I want to go in the Shadowfell, but or go through the Shadow Crossing, but I don't think you guys want to do it without Cole, right? So we'll have to now go through this fun house.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Completely all cards on the table. It's not that I care about Cole. It's that he cost me money to make him or to bring him here, and I'm broke. And so it's kind of he said he's going to pay me back. Maybe this is him paying me back. Maybe he tied himself up. And just is like, yeah, come and save me, because they won't listen to him. But if we leave him there, it's not really any skin off my back other than the fact that I have to bring him back at some point, and that's okay. You're
Up on the way back. right?
You're in charge.
Let's go do the Shadowfell, and we'll come back and get Cole. Cole, what's he gonna do? Scout for us? We'll be fine. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great. What happens when I go to a different dimension and he? This is getting weird. This is all weird. Let's just go. Cole, can you hear me?
Hey, boss.
Yeah. Hey.
I was spying on him for you.
Yeah, I just told
But,
you to listen.
wow, they got the drop on me, and they got big hands for birds.
What?
Okay. Yeah. And so, like, we're gonna go to the Shadowfell. You cool?
Wait, how do they tie
Wow.
him up
Hold on.
with birds?
Oeiros, cast your detect undead.
Well, Oeiros, this is a telepathic communication between Cole
Yeah,
and
Okay.
Ryan. So, okay, but he does. You do bring up a good point. But you're gonna tell Cole to just sit tight.
that's what they said. They said to leave you. I tried, buddy. I don't know. Maybe you could help me help you, right? You give me some reason to come in there because the Ravens said not to, and apparently they've got rope.
Well, I don't know. I mean, looks like a dusty old, beat up old person's house or a rich person's house.
Okay,
I mean,
okay. Go on, rich person. Any sign that they're also, committing crimes against Oeirish's god?
but do you want me to say yes?
Do you want? Okay, yeah. So Oeirish, and Dirk, a couple things. Just talk to Cole. One, the Ravens have hands. That's weird. Two, the Ravens used rope.
Oh, is that
Um,
why you had
that's
the ravens
believable.
in the dream?
I
Um,
had
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Three, it's a rich person's house, but there's nobody in there. So I mean, they're not gonna mind, Dirk. And four, they are committing heinous acts against whatever your god's name was, Oerish. And so we need to go in there and put an end to this.
I will give you 1 gold if you can tell my god's name.
I I will do you one better than that, and I will tell you, in all honesty, I feel a little guilty because like back home, like people really care about the gods a lot, and I'm starting to realize that there's weird things in this world. Um, I just made that last part up. I don't. There's no evidence that they're committing heinous acts against uh mm, Melora.
Laura. It's actually Honora, and it won an Oscar. No, Coraline.
Coralon. Yeah, I've heard you say that about 50 times. I should figure it out by now.
Okay. Well, do we want to try to go into the Shadow Crossing quickly and then come back, or do we want to go and it's? I'll stop pushing it. If you guys really want to go into this house, we can go into it.
I mean, we're going in the house one way or the other. It seems like, first or last. I don't really care.
I just feel like we have 2 different battles probably in front of us. This could be like a haunted house that we have to fight through, or Shadowfell. I'm not sure. It could be battles there. We just took a long rest, so I feel like.
well. So is your detect
Oh,
evil undead?
I don't have it on, but I can turn it on right now. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, wait, how far are we from the Shadowfell?
They pointed over there, so I assume it's where the family died, or no, it's their graveyard.
Yeah, their personal graveyard.
I mean, it lasts for 10 minutes, and so I'll turn it on. I'll do Channel Divinity, Divine Sense.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, what you're right. That would have helped, but I don't think they're like undead crows. They were really nice.
Right, but
That's how they get you.
what I'm
No,
thinking
no.
is maybe Cole is trying to tell us that there's somebody other than ravens in there. Maybe like ravens don't have hands. Is Cole just an idiot, or is there
Well,
somebody
Yeah.
else?
I guess my divine sense could also sense where Cole is.
That's true. If you turn that on, you do sense that Cole is in the third floor of the chalet.
Look, he's on the
Oh boy.
best floor.
Do you want to toss me?
Well, no, I think I want to go to the grave and see if
Yeah,
any of
no,
these
that's
people are zombies.
Okay.
Let's go over there real fast.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Okay, so what did they say? They say was it the whole family died
Yes,
and
the
one.
daughter's grave was where the shadow crossing was.
Well, there's 4 graves here, so we have
This, sorry, I have to read the description.
okay.
A 7-foot-tall wrought iron fence encloses a small graveyard south of the chalet. Set into the north side of the enclosure is a gate with the name Brantifax worked into an arch above it. In the yard there are 4 graves, each one marked with an engraved headstone.
And no ravens.
No ravens.
Okay, let's look at these gravestones. And
Let's see.
and I'm
So you
within
do
60 feet
sense
too, right? Okay, sorry.
Really
you
quick.
do sense undead in one of the gravestone, one of the graves. The the headstone above the grave where you sense the undead reads, "Hell youth, our pride and joy, lost too soon."
That must be the daughter.
Let's yeah. Okay, so but would there be
You want me to read the other gravestones?
Yeah, let's read those.
All right. One of them is Baron Bantifax, husband, father, hunter. Let no man stand above another.
I like that.
Bjorn, hound of Bantifax, faithful to the end. Haluth, which you mentioned before. Sylphine, beloved daughter. May she find peace at last.
Wait, where's the mom?
That must be if the daughter is the gate, that's hers, right? And so maybe Haluth is the mom.
Well, yeah, what was Halus gravestone again?
Haluth, our pride and joy, lost too soon.
Our pride and joy.
So there's 2 daughters?
So there's 2 daughters, or Haluth is like the family cat.
Yeah, that's weird. This is a full-size grave. For a cat?
It's a fat
Well,
cat.
I don't know. I'm saying like they have 2 daughters.
Might have been their first daughter.
No, that's fair. I mean, it could be a cat because this one says hound of brand.
Or hey, maybe they
Cereal.
just really hated
Brantifax.
they really hated the mom, named her hound.
That's yeah, that's I suppose a possibility.
Look, Corlon does not like disturbing peaceful graves, but if there's an undead in one of these graves, we need to fix that.
Specifically, your senses tell you that there are 2 in the same grave, although they seem rather small.
Look, we got these 2 rather small undead things in here.
You want me to use my mage hand to dig it up?
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Do any of you have a shovel?
Uh,
Mage hand sounds like invisible magical shovel to me.
We defeated once again by our lack of a shovel. What do we have? Do I have anything to dig?
I don't have an imp.
No.
Oh.
I
Can I
have
look
a
around for a shovel? We're in a graveyard. There's got to be a shovel, right?
be
Maybe
cool.
I should.
Investigation, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Wow, nice. And
Oh,
I know what creature type it is. It's undead, right?
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It's undead, fiends, and celestials, right?
Celestials, yeah.
Okay. Yep, just 2 small undead.
Okay, we should do that so these people can rest in peace, but not to gossip. But do you think the mom's still in the house? I mean, I'm talking to the Orion and Dirk.
Yeah. Does the hands maybe? Big hands for a. But then you would detect her because she's dead, right?
I mean, it only goes 60 feet, and I think the chalet is pretty big.
I see.
Do you think that's what's inside?
Yeah, sorry. Your investigation thoroughly confirms that there are no shovels in this graveyard.
What's this
Well,
blacked out area
yeah.
at the top?
This
That
gets where
is
we're
the
near to-
chalet.
Oh,
How did they dig out these graves without a shovel?
Well, maybe they put the shovel away.
look, I don't see any more ravens. And now I feel like we got a mystery in our hands. And we also don't have a shovel to dig up the grave to go to the Shadow Crossing, right? The
With
Shadowfell?
a crowbar.
Do we have to dig up the grave to go to the Shadowfell? Is that what the Raven told you?
Yeah.
Yes, they did say that the daughter's grave was where the crossing was.
Although there's now 2 daughters and one has 2 undead in it. Maybe that's undead that have come across the Shadowfell.
Can we make a shovel?
Look, I think we're gonna have to go in and get this shovel now because
All right. Go kick down the door. Where-
This really doesn't take much prodding for you, does it? At this point, you're as interested as we are.
well, I just needed that drama. I think the family drama is what got me. Because now I'm thinking, what if the Ravens were? Well, I don't know why they'd be gone now. Because like, what if the mother is still in there, and
Wait a minute.
she controls the Ravens?
Can I use elementalism on the dirt on the grave?
Oh yes, elementalism.
What does that do?
Oh, well, how deep? Well, one of them says you cause dirt, sand, fire, smoke, or mist or water that can fit into a 1-foot cube. So unless they're unless it's a very shallow grave.
But you can just. It is a cantrip. You can just
You just keep doing it.
keep casting it.
All right,
okay.
let's do that, and let's see what's going on with these 2 small undeads.
All right. Well, all right. I'd dig up the grave.
I'm staying ready.
Oh, beckon or sculpt elemental. You cause dirt, sand, smoke, fire, mist, water. You assume a shape. Oh.
Does that move it? I don't know.
Does that let you move it?
You know, what
Oh,
if
wait,
I
wait.
shape?
Actually,
it just turns into like
actually-
a tiny terracotta army that you can't pick up.
I can Word of Radiance. No, I have a 5-foot emanation. No, I guess it can't go through the ground.
Yeah.
Or can it? I don't know. It's radiant energy.
Emanations do get stopped by obstacles.
Okay.
So, sculpt element. Imagine I can it. that can fit into a 1-foot cube, right? So imagine I just turn all of. Well, no. Wait a minute.
Can you
No,
just
I
do
can't
like
do it.
rods?
No, because if I can't move it, it would.
Oh, Word of Radiance requires line of sight, by the way.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say that elementalism wouldn't actually help here. Um,
Oh, you can see.
Yeah.
yeah, because there is another cantrip that just lets you dig things out, called Shape Earth, that does exactly what you're trying to do. But this is not quite what it sounds like the intention of the sculpt element option to be, which is like to use these elemental materials to create something in a shape.
Exception.
All right,
Right.
so we've got to go in.
Yep.
Because
That and it only lasts an hour. Like how? Like if it's 6 feet down, 6 by however many
I'm convinced. I'm
square
convinced.
footage, and you can only move 1 cubic foot, but it only moves for an hour and then it reverts. I don't think that's quite going to work.
All right.
all right, let's go in before my spell runs out.
Can I, while they're sitting there, just try and I don't tell me if there's not enough time while they're staring at this grave and figuring their stuff out. I want to try and ritual cast comprehend languages since I know these birds can talk.
But we
And
haven't
they're-
Okay.
seen a single bird. Right? They're
That's
all
true.
gone.
We haven't seen a bird, but if there are birds, I want to be ready because I don't need no secondhand bird talk.
Okay,
You're an
you
expert
you
in bird
comprehend
law.
languages.
All right, but I only have
If
two
the
spell
dragon comes
slots.
by, you could talk to the dragon too.
You know what? I really should. I wish I had thought of that when the dragon was there. Oh,
Left or right?
Those are windows, and they're barred.
there's a bard in those.
I said left or right. Well, what's this? Is this also a window?
And Cole is. You said Cole's like up in this turret, the tower area up here.
That's the door.
Okay.
Yes,
Rob, you said Cole's in the tower,
All right, well,
or it's the third floor.
the third floor. Well, like, is he in the round area? Is that what it felt like?
Oh, hold on.
parapet?
I'm sorry.
What's the room? Which one of these rooms is the one with the fist again?
Just got this stupid imp back, and he's already making me go places. You know, you would think that he's the boss right now.
I think that fairy dragon would have not made you do this.
I couldn't figure out the fairy dragon recipe because, as I've learned, magic is like baking.
No, it's more towards the middle of the chalet. Still on the third floor.
Got it. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. I don't see any ravens.
Oh, you're just trying to open the door?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can we knock? Can we knock
I think we
first?
should.
Oh, okay.
Dirk is like about to walk in. No, all right. Yeah.
You knock, and no response.
Well, we tried.
Down the door. Yeah.
Can we just... Is the door open or is it locked?
It is quite steadfast.
Okay, so a strength check? Or...
Sure. Give me a strength check.
11.
You do a moderate shoulder bash into the door, and it feels pretty solid.
Uh,
Like, solider than just a door.
well,
Like, perhaps some other heavy object is behind it.
and these windows you said were barred?
Yes.
Hmm. Should we?
You know, I have rope. Are the windows on the second floor barred as well?
Yes. Sorry, you can kind of see from the illustration that uh,
Oh, yeah. Hey, but it looks like those ones all the way at the third floor, those look open. Are
Pass
they?
me. Too big for a small.
they're a bit too small for
For a,
to fit a
for a
full person
halfling?
in there.
But what about a little guy?
I mean, if you want to send him in there by himself,
Well, for the want of a shovel. Okay.
That's really what this is about, isn't it? I mean, maybe if we just shout, "Hey, could we borrow a shovel?" They'll let us in.
But I really don't want to use one of my spell slots to speak with animals that may or may not be here. Because I haven't seen a single one. Alright.
oh, did you guys pick the adamantite
What?
weapon for when you had the choice of
No, we got
magical stuff? Did you pick the adamantite club?
no, we got the ogre gauntlets of ogre strength for Oeiros, a
Yep.
+1 rapier for Dirk, and
Oh, the
whatchamacallit.
immovable rod. Right.
But I'm not
But yeah,
picking
the
up any.
immovable, and I got the cloak of protection for myself, so we didn't get
Yeah.
any adamantite or anything.
Yeah.
That would have been great. We could have bashed down this door. Dang it! Thanks for letting us know now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hello? Is anyone home? It's gonna get really awkward because we were told not to come in, but there's no one here,
Alright,
and we need a shovel.
Alright, I'm gonna speak with animals, right?
Well, can Cole?
Well,
Cole
hold on.
tra-
You don't even see any ravens around.
Yeah, but I kind of think they're inside the house.
Should we investigate?
think-
We walk around the house
I-
and see if there's any other
Yeah.
entrance?
Alright, let's
I
walk
think
around the house. Look
Good
for
idea.
any ravens. Any doors that we can get into.
Okay.
Probably the latter.
Or
And also,
you know,
I guess my divine sense will wear off at some point. But if each one of these is 5 feet, you know, if we've been walking around it, I might have felt something if there was something. Just
yes, you actually do feel one undead within range.
inside the house,
Yes.
and it's undead. Well, I feel like this is probable cause.
You sound like all of the law officers in towns that I've been
Can
to.
I get
Elf?
some investigation rolls?
Are you talking about elf police?
What you want? What you want? What you gonna do when salvation don't come for you?
Elf cops. I got a 13.
13, 14, 6. All right, Dirk. You spot that there are a series of loose stones around the base level, sort of the foundation of the house, that, should sufficient force be applied, could be kicked in, and perhaps an entrance therein discovered.
Great. Is kicking in athletics or just strength?
You can do athletics.
Heck yeah, let's do this.
Are we? I've never met a hole I didn't want to go in.
10.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
Let's see. Unfortunately, you misjudge one of your kicks, and you hit the more solid part of the foundation, and you take. Oh,
What? How much damage?
3 apparently.
Well,
You damaged yourself.
well, now I'm warmed up. Let me try that again. 14.
14. You kick in those stones.
Heck yeah, now I'm angry.
You don't hurt yourself this time.
And I didn't hurt myself the first time. Wink. I didn't feel a thing.
All right, so you make your way. You are able to crawl in through the opening. Give me a second.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sure. Maybe drop you in. Boop, boop, boop. You find yourself in the cellar.
Creepy.
Let me read. This cold, damp, oddly shaped cellar has an 8-foot-high wooden ceiling and a flagstone floor. The walls are made of rough, mortared bricks. Thick cobwebs cover crates, barrels, and old furniture stacked against the north wall. To the south are a pair of closed wooden doors. The door farthest from you swings open on rusty hinges, and beyond it you see a smaller, almost sepulchral chamber. Sepulchre.
Sepulchral?
Sepulchre. Like a sepulchre.
That's weird.
Yeah, like the metal band.
It's not a good place, I would say.
Sepulchral.
In fact, those door makes a loud creaking sound.
And I assume my spell's worn off by this point, the divine sense. But is this in the
No,
air?
you still sense an undead
But it's
in the house.
But it's up or down or
Up.
Okay.
Although from the well you hear, "Get out!
Get out.
I can't get out."
Oh no.
Look, you know what?
You better help.
This seems like the right thing. I'm gonna go look in the well.
Yeah, let's look in this well. I feel real bad. I feel like one of these family members died in this well. Maybe the mom pushed them.
You really have something against the mother, don't
Well,
you?
I think it's odd that the Raven said the whole family was buried there, and then there's
And the mom
no
wasn't?
mom.
Unless the mom is the hound.
The only feature of this damp, cold, circular room is a 4-foot diameter well in the middle of the floor. Next to this shaft sits a wooden bucket fastened to a coiled length of rope. The bottom of the shaft is veiled in darkness. From its depths, a whispering voice says, "Broren! Where are you, boy? Broren!"
Okay, so the dad fell in the well or was pushed, and he misses his dog. So the hound is definitely not the mom. Case closed. I think we solved the mystery.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Time
seems
to go
like-
back to Candlekeep. That's what we came for, right? There's got to be
Send the bucket down.
something down there. Is it a poltergeist? Maybe. Is it
Okay,
something
yeah.
else? Also maybe. Can I see
I-
anything down there with my dark vision?
Dark vision? How long is your dark vision?
60 feet.
Look at my warlock build.
You do see that there is water at the bottom. And although with your dark vision, you can't tell how deep it is.
Guys, I think I found the culprit. It's water.
That's fair.
Well, but this makes me believe that that's something impersonating a voice or something, right?
Are you saying
I-
that you want us to lower you down because you're the only one little enough to fit?
Yep. Send me in, boys. I got shield. I've got absorb elements. Well, let's go.
You know what I'll do? I have a cantrip called Blade Ward. I'll put on you.
I think you
It'll.
can only cast it on yourself.
Yep, you're right. I guess I'll put it on myself. Oh, here's what I'll do. Uh, do you have dark vision? Can you see in the dark at all, Dirk?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Give me one of your objects. I'll give it right back to you, but I'll put light on it so you can actually see what's going on.
All right, here, take this crowbar.
Okay. So I'm gonna light up the crowbar so you have a glowing crowbar. It'll last for an hour.
Now,
It sheds a bright light in a 20-foot radius and a dim light for an initial 20 feet. I'm gonna make it a. What color would you like it? Blue.
chartreuse.
All right, chartreuse.
It's very specific.
Well, being an elf, he instantly knows what color he's talking about.
I wanted to let it be pleasing to his elf sensibilities.
Deep or smooth chartreuse? Okay. So you'll have a light, and I also have a rope. I'm gonna. I'd like to tie it to you separately, just in case the rope of the well is something happens to it.
All right. Can I get a athletics roll, Dirk, to climb?
Oh boy. With the rope? Oh boy. I gotta. All right.
The rope is for safety, but you still need to climb.
Oh my goodness. That was a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Whoa!
You're the least athletic rogue I've ever heard of.
So you
You're athletic.
definitely are able
Strength.
to shimmy your way down to the darkness, holding out with your crowbar,
The crowbar of light.
lighting the way for you. And you land in the water. Wait, you're a halfling, right?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
2 feet. Well, I just was filling in the chart, but that ended up being what was left. But that can't be true, right? Can a halfling be 2 feet tall?
Well, you were in the water and your feet do not touch the bottom.
Hmm. So what am I supposed to do down here, Oeiros?
Too bad you don't have that thing of breathing underwater anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Um,
I've got you on a rope. Want to try to swim down a little bit?
Oh. All right. I mean, how deep can I swim? And hold
Half
on, should
half
I-
your move per turn.
so I can dive 15 feet. Should I say Should I send the mage hand with the crowbar?
Oh, to like go look through.
Oh, to go down. Use that mage hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send the mage
Alright.
hand with the crowbar to light up the depths, right?
Okay. So the depth is actually only 10 feet, which I mean, for a pool of water that you're swimming in is still, kind of deep. But you don't see much of anything until you spot a something that is shimmering
Oh,
down at the bottom of the well.
I thought for sure you're going to find bones. So this is a lot better.
I mean,
How heavy is it? Can the mage hand pick it up and bring it up?
Well, it can either carry the crowbar
okay.
or this item.
But that's fine. If it's only 10 feet, the light is bright over 20 feet, right? So the mage hand,
Yeah.
bring me back the crowbar, then go back down and pick up the shiny thing.
Okay. So you pick it up, and it is uh, some sort of locket with a symbol on it on at the end of a gold chain. Can I get a religion roll from you? All right. You recognize that this is the symbol of Sune, the moon goddess, or not the moon goddess, not Salune, but Sune, the fire goddess of love and beauty. And in the symbol is actually a locket. And you open it up and you see a tiny picture of a woman inside, an adult woman.
The mom. All right. Oeiros, bring me up.
All
Oeiros,
right.
did you leave me?
we're not doing it. You're stuck down there, buddy.
All right. Well, I got the mage hand and the immovable rod. We can do this.
There, no, that's brilliant.
All right. Can I get another athletics check?
Oh wait, you're not. Oh wait, from me? Oh wait.
Yeah. Still got to climb up.
Okay, sure. I thought Oeiros was just gonna pull me up with his brute
Hey.
elf strength.
I can do that. Let me just start pulling you up.
All right. Get an athletics for Boreos.
Ugh, 10. I mean, it's not
Really
terrible, but
All right.
Can I assist him with that? Try and help him pull Dirk up.
I feel
He's
like
a little guy.
I've had some of the worst rolls tonight, but it's okay.
Unfortunately, as you're pulling and Dirk is scrambling on the wet rocks, there is a bit of a slip, and he falls a little bit and smacks his his
What?
poor halfling noggin on the side and takes 4 damage.
Don't worry.
Ooh,
I got some hands I can lay on you.
But you do make it back and up out of the well.
You know what you should have
And-
done? You should have tied the end of the rope to the door handle and then kicked the door open. You would have had better chances there. Would have whipped me right out.
Okay.
You are wet, and you are cold.
Oh,
But you know what? I'm gonna lay my hands on you, warm you up a little bit, and you're gonna get your 4 hit points back.
beautiful. Thank you. And I'm gonna use my elementalism to cast a little fire and stand by it and dry out and warm up.
And I'm also
Okay,
gonna heal
nice.
myself. So my lay on hands are you're hurt for 4, right? And I was hurt for 3. Okay.
and I'm just gonna look around while they're doing this. Well, no, it's only a moment. Never mind.
And Oeiros, you seem really passionate about this mom and better at religion than me. I want you to have this locket.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to use this to probably
Well,
put the mom at peace.
this wasn't the first time someone said I'm passionate about moms. Could I investigate
What?
or religion this, or what does it look like?
I'll say that you kind of recognize that immediately. That this is a locket with the holy symbol of Sune on there, the goddess of love and beauty, at the end of a gold chain.
Okay.
It is a locket that opens up and it has a picture of an adult woman inside. You know, one of those looking to the side kind of in profile.
Okay, so this this is probably the mom.
Right. So I feel like we're gonna have to. I don't know. There's some mystery around the mom that's coming up here, and maybe that locket will help us. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay, I like it. Okay, I feel like Ravens be damned. This was interesting to go into. Do we want to kick this door open?
Who doesn't really?
Yeah, why not? You guys have been doing stuff. Let me try.
Uh-oh.
Go for it.
All right, go for it.
All right.
He's gonna die immediately. Watch this.
Don't get embarrassed. Is this a strength saving throw or just a strength check?
It's a strength roll, yeah.
How do I
Give
roll
us some
just
strength.
Just a base strength check.
Or athletics?
It says successful DC strength check.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll one. I guess that I just roll a d20 minus one.
You could just click on your strength.
It wouldn't. It didn't roll when I clicked on strength.
Oh.
It gave me the option to change it.
That-
Oh no,
that
there we
was-
go.
There we go. 12?
0.
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry. Oh, it was
Yeah,
Orion or was this
sorry.
Dirk?
I mean, it
I
seems like I'm gonna have to
I think
follow
that Dirk
up
was
after
giving
Orion.
0.
that he was showing me how to roll it, but I rolled a 0 because I said I'm gonna do it, and I just boom. Oh gosh. Oh, this is why I have cold things for me. Oh goodness. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you
good at
just
other things, guys.
you run up to hit the door, and then it bounces you back like it hit you.
I believe that's a whoopsie daisy. To use
Yeah, no. Look, I'm trying this thing. It's not trying. I just want to be an honest person. I'm really not that strong. And there's a reason that I didn't work the farms back home, and I was a hunter. I was good with a bow, not so good with the shovel or a scythe or a hoe or a pick or really anything. Anything, yeah.
I'll tell you what you're good for.
Please don't.
But don't worry, I did none of those things either.
Anyway, Dirk, you actually are able to force the doors open.
Did we even just try to open the door? Was it locked even? You know?
It was didn't have a lock on it, but the wood had swollen in the frame, kind of forcing it shut.
What do we got?
This
here, boys?
cold, windowless room contains a pair of wood-framed beds, 2 narrow wardrobes, and an old rug. Mounted on the east wall between the beds is a wooden shelf supporting the pair of candlesticks. The candles in them are unlit.
This seems like the 2 daughters' rooms. Yeah.
Oeiros, as a noble, you kind of instantly recognize this as probably the servants' quarters.
Yeah, do you think they keep their daughters now? Okay, yep, makes sense to me. This is the servants' quarters.
All right. Can I use my elementalism to light both the candles?
Sure.
You want to go on in there, Oeiros? It's all lit up now.
Into the servants' room? I suppose. I mean, sure.
Go beat someone in that room, please.
Sure. I'll walk in.
Oh, I was waiting for you to move your figure.
Oh, sorry. Let me
There you go.
Looks like servants' quarters. I normally wouldn't set foot in one of these.
Yeah, it definitely is that. And you see absolutely nothing of value.
No, I don't suppose they'd have much value.
That's a really cold thing to say about servants.
Maybe you should have paid them more, Oeiros.
They weren't my servants.
Oh, I'm sure your servants are just kings back where you're from.
What did you had a problem with a lot of things today, Dirk. Did you not get a good night's sleep last night?
Oh, let me tell you.
All right, going up.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
And we fall out.
I think just some of us like to sleep out under the stars more than others.
I don't. I do not. I do not. I don't. The stars freak me out.
Yep. So you make your way up into the rusty iron hooks line the walls of this entrance foyer. Hanging from two of these hooks are a shovel and a rake. And a dusty cloak is draped over a hook next to a round-topped door on the south wall.
Oh, here we go. Wait, are
They
these...
just on the front door and handed us a shovel.
Hey, real quick, wait a second. Are these... Wait, did you say that the cloak is dusty, or...
Oh,
Is it
a dusty cloak.
Is it used? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's been here a while.
I'm just gonna. Can I take them? Can I
Yeah.
take one, maybe? Like, because later on I might use it to look like someone, and it might help.
Could we also just open the door from the inside and put the shovel on the outside?
Oh, yes. You do note that there was like a there's a wooden crossbar covering the back of the entrance door, so you can just lift that up to open it up.
Great. Let's open that up. I'm gonna toss the shovel outside, and you're gonna. Okay. You're gonna take the rake, or you're gonna take the cloak?
I want a cloak or a robe or whatever this thing is, because if later on we need to talk our way out of this, like I can look like you, and I try and make myself look like a Oeiros, but if I do that and I don't have like a shield, like and I put my hand through, like it just isn't actually there. So if I have a cloak, at least maybe I look a little more like them. It helps.
Aren't you already wearing a cloak of protection? Can you wear two
Yeah.
cloaks?
I mean, you've never put a shirt on over a shirt before, Dirk?
I mean, it's not a magic cloak,
This
is it?
like a guy that's like popping 4 collars. Fine.
Look, I don't look. I'm just trying. I just want to make things as smooth as possible. I'm sorry, I can't climb down wells or kick down doors. I just want to be
But
as
he can
useful
wear
as
a
I
lot of
can.
clothes. Okay.
Yeah, you're making me feel real bad about this. I just want
No.
to keep
Take it.
Look.
I'm no. This is more me working through, because I thought, I was thinking like we saw somebody wearing a cloak or something, and I was hoping that these two would
You're
connect.
on the hill.
Yeah, on the hill. Okay. Is there anything
Why do you
unique
want
about the
to stop
cloak?
the shovel?
Like, does it have the
No.
chalet's sigil or anything on it? Just curious.
No, it just looks to be a regular kind of median quality, or it was at one point. I forgot all dusty.
Cool.
Can I just have the shovel, or do you want to do some digging?
Oh,
in the
I-
All
grave?
right, Oeiros threw it outside already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I threw it outside just in case we get locked in or something. Okay. Well, we have you. You got the cloak.
There's the stairs you just came out of, the entrance or the entrance door that leads outside, and there's the door to the west.
Should we explore
Yep.
or go after Cole?
Look, we're already in here.
All right.
Exploring is going after Cole, so I figure, this is the win-win-win for us
Well,
and
I
for
mean,
Cole.
do you want to go upstairs or go through this door in the west? Check a
Oh,
door or check a staircase?
No, look, I already embarrassed myself with the door before, and now I feel really embarrassed about the cloak. So you guys lead the way.
You don't need to be.
Yeah.
I
Let's.
robbed you of gold, forced you to be coerced by a dragon.
Wait, that dragon wasn't really asking for gold? I knew it. Are you in together? Like, does he pay you out?
Let's just go to the main room, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you open the door. Oh, actually, oops, I should have covered. Light enters the spacious room through a bulge in the north wall, where cracked and broken windows look over a foggy veil. Dusty sheets cover most of the room's furnishings. Cobwebs stretch between antlers, wolf heads, and other hunting trophies mounted on the walls above the wainscoting. A pale rectangle above the fireplace suggests that a picture or a mirror once hung there.
Okay. So. Okay. So this guy, he had a dog. Maybe it was like a hunting dog. And this is like a chalet where maybe these are his trophies.
Would I know whether, like, common lore for people is that vampires can't see themselves in the mirror, right? Or have no reflection. Would Orion have that lore, or would I need to?
Roll a Arcana.
Oh my god! If we get Strahd Jr.
That's the 21.
Yes, you definitely know that vampires can't see themselves in mirrors.
All right, so hear me out. There's undead things going on. Maybe that used to be a mirror, and homeboy became, real thirsty, and he got a thirst trap going, and that's why everybody else is dead.
I don't. You're using the word
I don't
thirst
think that
trap, and I don't think you know what that word means.
I don't. Okay, but still.
Actually, that is a pretty good theory. Do you think? Do vampires command crows or ravens? No.
You want to make another Arcana check?
Sure. If someone else wants to, I'm not the most arcana.
That's an 8.
Oops, I hit it anyway. I got a 10.
Neither of you are entirely sure if that's true or not.
But it
I'm
feels
pretty sure they
right.
do. Yeah, I feel like ravens. Yeah, that actually. I don't want to. I feel like that makes ravens feel bad, and I like ravens a lot.
I know. I'm like,
Question.
I'd believe it if it was crows,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
not
crows are-
ravens.
Should we real quick go dig up that grave?
Which one? The one with the
The one
weird
with the
dead
undead.
thing? But what if it's a vampire, Dirk?
then we'll know,
But we
and we'll
know
be outside.
When we become
Oh.
vampires.
we know there's an undead in here, right? So should we also deal with that?
Well, okay.
And
I'm just worried because this seems like it's going to be the big mama, and maybe there's some dead cats out there that you could talk to or something. I don't know.
let's kill the undead thing here because I feel like if we leave this house, we're probably not coming back.
Whoa, we can't leave this house until we've saved Cole at this point.
Right. What I'm saying is, so let's keep going with the house.
All right, there's a door to the south. There's stairs that lead up through a banister, and there's a hallway over to the left.
Should we check out what's in here?
Also, we're kind of approaching 9:40. How late is it over there for you, Jordan?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't start work till like 3 p.m.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll give it 20 more minutes.
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna periodically peer through Cole's eyes as we walk through this house to
Let's
see
just
if any
let's just
walking
peep
by,
it.
walking downstairs, you know.
Take a peep in here.
Okay.
Food.
Oh, how recent is the food?
Don't care.
The ghostly scent of meals past still haunts this kitchen, forever trapped in the wood of its tables, the soot in its hearth and the grime in its pots, many which hang from hooks about the room. Almost everything you would expect to see in the kitchen of this size can be found here, including a dish-filled cupboards, cleaning supplies, cooking utensils, and cooking utensils. Mice scurry across the floor, trying their best to avoid you.
Okay, does it look like there's things to eat and it's in use, or it's not used at all? Because that would support our vampire theory.
Some of the pots and pans, and where I would say like some of the pots and pans and utensils and stuff look cleaner than the rest of the house.
Okay, so someone is still using this. That looks like about it in here, or
I mean, what you want to roll some investigation?
Oh, I'll roll.
yeah, go for it.
All right, 23. Inside some of the pots and pans, you find some rations, like kind of fresh rations.
And it's not like
It's making a
bird
lot.
seed, right? It's
No, not birdseed.
it's for people. Interesting.
Maybe we have a necromancer on our hands here.
I mean, maybe we have a vampire on our hands here
Yeah, but why would a vampire have real food?
For
to feed their
thralls.
slaves. People, I don't look, I
The
don't know how this
politically
works.
correct term is thrall.
Okay. To feed their thrall, which, so far as I know, is an orc that was in charge of a whole bunch of other orcs eventually. Also a shaman. This is really weird.
Let's go into this big room.
Okay.
Kick in the wall. If there's no door, just make the hallway a little wider. Well, like, can I use the mage hand to explore, or like?
You cannot see through the mage hand. You can only direct the mage hand to places that you can see.
Right. Okay.
we are
I guess this room makes sense.
this circular chamber at the base of the tower contains a large oak dining table surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs carved with images of stags. Suspended above the table is a gaudy chandelier tied off with ropes. Puddles of water on the flagstone floor are a result of moisture seeping in through 3 narrow, broken windows, evenly spaced around the outer tower wall. A fireplace set into the wall is blackened by soot.
Yeah, I mean, take a look around.
Can I light the chandelier
Sure.
with the elementalism? Give us some light in here.
Nice, bright, tasteful dinner light.
Can I have these
investigate
rations?
in here. Oh, that's not too good.
Investigation. You can tell that this particular room has not really been used recently.
Doesn't seem like they're ones for ceremony.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think, boys?
We got one room here. We might want to just peep into it to see if there's anything. Otherwise, and then go upstairs.
Oh, that
Up the
room.
banister.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean this room?
Yeah, I might just peep in there, see what's going on.
Well, you have to walk. You have to walk up
Oh.
the banister,
Sure,
and then you get in there.
let's do it.
Yeah. The centerpiece of this parlor is a gold inlaid low table around which a handful of overstuffed chairs and sofas are neatly arranged. Other furniture includes a cabinet full of glass decanters and wine goblets, and a 6-foot tall, gilded harp standing on the northwest corner. A staircase in the northeast corner ascends the second floor, and several dusty sheets lie in a small heap nearby.
Anybody know how to play the harp?
Yeah, I got it.
So, the furniture in the main hall, the den, was covered. This furniture is not covered.
Not covered. Okay. Well, let me take a spin on this harp.
This is
All right, can I get a performance?
14.
Ooh.
14. You do a lovely rendition of Our Lady of Winter, a classic tale about the one of the queens of the Winter Court.
One of my favorites.
A song about your girlfriend, Carolyn.
Sure.
Corlin, whatever her name is.
Oh, jeez.
I really shouldn't mock the gods after I'm, made. Things are getting
Yeah,
weird.
you
Everything's
could be in a spot of trouble where their assistance could be needed.
Yeah. Maybe could I try and play her that song too?
Sure,
Uh,
you want to try to
I'm,
perform?
no, I'm just gonna pick up the harp and go, yeah, no, look, I'm sorry. Just say
Well,
it to the harp. Like, I don't know who else to really like direct this to. I'm
it's-
sorry, I'm going through some rough stuff. I don't know.
What model of
Suddenly,
harp?
coming down from the stairs, you hear a loud creaking sound
Oh,
of a door opening.
look. It was your bad harp playing that brought this thing out.
I would like to disguise myself as Oeiros.
Hmm.
Don't start hitting on me. This is awkward.
Perfect.
Oeiros, is this a harp you could take with you?
I don't.
Play it.
Is it? How big is this harp?
Is this like a? So I was
Uh,
asking.
it is like a full-sized harp.
Traditional harp.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to believe that it was my harp playing. So we heard a noise from up there,
Yes,
and
upstairs.
we know there's an undead, but an undead wouldn't be running away. But what if it's the thing that tied Cole up? Well, they just obviously heard the harp music, so they know we're here. So I'm just going to call
Yeah.
out, we mean you no harm.
I do.
I'm a follower of Corlon, as you can hear by my harp playing, and I'm just going to walk up the stairs.
Okay. The
Knives out. I'm ready. Oh wait, I'm back. I've got a rapier.
oh nope, not that.
I was just reading back through my character sheet. I think I just hit 222. I'm 2 feet tall, 2 pounds, H2. I'm very
H2.
small. I think I should go back and put some more thought into that part. Let's see, two feet tall and only 2 pounds. I'm like one of those razor clams, or what, those fish that are vertical their whole lives.
Well, he is a
Okay.
halfling, right? How tall is
The
is a halfling?
average is between 2 and 4 feet tall, so you could just be short.
You could be a short halfling, yeah.
All right. I mean, I can keep the 2 feet, but 2 pounds, 2 feet tall. That's
Yeah, I don't think so.
Imagine a 1 pound hamburger stretched out across a foot, and then 2 of those stacked on top of each other.
Okay. The next floor. Let's see. Yes, you arrive in the hallway.
Do we
A lot of
hear
doors and
anything?
hallways. Heroes start kicking.
Actually, yes, you start hearing like a thump, and like almost sounds like a dragging of an unconscious body above you.
Above us. We should go upstairs.
I mean, that's where Cole's at, right?
Yeah, let's get up there and get that figured out. Should we just book it for the stairs over here?
Sure, but this is also the floor where you heard the creaking doors.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be back.
You're just gonna skip this floor?
Yeah, but we can come back, right?
Okay. So you go up.
I mean, we have to come back. We're not jumping out of the 3rd story window.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, we have to come back. I'm not jumping out of the 3rd story window.
I'm such a light halfling. I barely notice gravity.
2 pounds.
Plus, it's daytime right now, right?
Yes, it's daytime. Because we just
Good.
woke up.
Yes, it is currently daytime.
I mean, I figure, if the attic's one of the safest spots.
Obviously, nothing bad ever happens in an attic.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, like, if this is a vampire, I'm just gonna blow as many holes in the ceiling as I can. I'm not even gonna attack the vampire, just gonna shoot the ceiling.
Oh, right. And
The ceiling's attacking. No, I get it. Good strategy.
Oh Cole.
No. So,
It's Cole.
Cole, did you make any deals? Gracious. You know, like when I want you to talk, you won't talk. When I don't want you to talk, you won't shut up. It's like we're married or something.
See, sorry, I have to.
I I will can I try now to make him go to a pocket dimension and then reappear real close?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So he pops out, and then you pop him back into existence. So, oh, hey, finally. But yeah,
Yeah,
let me
and-
describe the room first.
Yeah,
Two
sorry.
gaping holes in the peaked roof of this attic of sorry. The two gaping holes in the peaked roof expose this attic to the elements. Shattered clay roof tiles, splinters of wood, dry leaves, and bird droppings cover the floor, which has begun to rot in a number of places. The rafters are home to several birds' nests formed out of twigs and straw. Two wooden wood frames stand on the north wall. Built into the window box between them is a wooden storage trunk sealed with a rusty padlock. Other furnishings of the room include a pair of tall, narrow wardrobes.
All right, I say we explore this and then go back
Explore
down.
the wardrobes.
All right, as you step on the floor, it makes sort of loud, disconcerting creaking noises.
I'm only 2 pounds.
Too bad.
Don't
All
worry,
right, it doesn't win Oeiros step 5.
I won't make any creaking noises as I walk across it.
I'm an elf. Well, everything creaks as this as I walk across it, everything creaks. You know what? I'm gonna jump on the bed.
We probably want to open this trunk, right?
I thought that's why we came here. No offense, Cole.
To get coal. Oh.
I mean,
It is locked.
Dirk? Oh, I just assumed.
I have thieves' tools. What do we need? How do I lockpick stuff? Oh, is this sleight of hand?
Yes. Or actually, Thieves' Tool proficiency.
Thieves.
So just, yeah, might as well just roll the sleight of hand for it.
Good roll.
21. All right, nice. So you open up the trunk and you find Baron Bantifax's hunting paraphernalia. A suit of studded leather armor, a leather helm, a heavy crossbow, a wooden case with the monogram BB, and 2 hunting traps. And the wooden case contains 15 crossbow bolts.
Huh.
Does anyone need a leather helm? You could put that on. If you're not
I think-
wearing.
I might. Can I wear studded leather armor? Double check myself again. That light armor.
Yes, I think that is light armor. That is the best light armor you can get.
I want to wear some studded leather armor. When I mix this with my new cloak, I look like I belong here. Just saying,
Oh yeah,
guys.
speaking of that, you said there was closets.
Yes, wardrobes.
Yes.
Nothing's
yes.
coming out of them.
You want to check those?
Okay, so there's a crossbow and bolts left in there.
Yes, heavy crossbow and bolts.
Let me grab those.
Yes, but I'm worried about these wardrobes attacking me. Let's
Okay.
Ever since you fought that library.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to. Okay. Just Keep an eye on me as I do this. I'm going to open up one of the wardrobes.
Okay, you opened it up, and inside you find fairly new-ish looking and like well-kept, maintained black robes covered with a red sash.
Do they look fancy?
I mean, they're the nicest, newest looking thing that you found in here so far.
So Dirk,
Hey.
on a side note, heavy crossbow is a martial weapon, so you I don't know if you have training in it or not.
Yeah, I don't think rogues can use the heavy crossbow.
Oh, I can use it.
But I will try to put on this studded leather armor while Oeiros is looking around, just because
Sure.
making
You do
sure.
note that the front like chest piece is kind of like bowling out around the stomach area. So whoever
Oh,
wore this was pretty portly.
You're going to need it, Taylor.
all the better for my costume. I can hide things in here. This is Dirk. We can put treasure in here.
You could put Dirk in there. 2 pounds. Okay, wait. So these robes suggest there are people still living here. Do you think they're moving around downstairs on the second floor that we went by too quickly?
Yep.
Should we go figure
We're
out
loot.
what? Should we go figure out what they're doing before we go further? Also, where is that undead? Questions.
Actually, through the wall, you still sense it to your right, but there's no doors that lead in there from the room that you're in.
All right, gents, there is an
So,
undead
do
to
you
the
want to
right.
take that crossbow and sell it, or can you use it?
You know, I can actually use it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
And how many BBs or how many? What was in the BB box?
Oh, just a crossbow bolts. I'm just gonna say, however many bolts that you need for however many times you're gonna shoot that crossbow.
Perfect.
What was you got a little locket? Yeah, what was in the locket earlier?
It was a locket
Dirk?
for. He gave it to me. It's a locket to. I wrote down Thum.
Soon, Sune.
Oh, right. Soon,
Okay.
the goddess of. No, that's not right, is it?
Soon, Sune
Tsune. Okay.
was the greater goddess of beauty and passion in the Ferunian pantheon. Lady Firehair, as her symbol depicted, was a goddess of beauty in all its forms, whether it be sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and feels. The experience of pleasure was the touch of Sune. The Lady of Love was the goddess of all love, including more negative aspects like obsessions, murderous passions, and the tragedies that can be born from love, but also of deeper connections of matches destined and forbidden, as well as transformations of ugliness into beauty.
So, and it also had a woman inside of it. So, we assume
Yes,
that's
the woman
probably the
does
mother.
not look like a goddess. It looks like a normal human woman.
Well, we won't tell her you said that, but I think this is probably the mom.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we want to go through this wall.
There is
Wait.
also a door to the south.
This, yeah.
We want to go through this door.
Fine, I'll
Me.
accept the door.
Okay, that was the C-17.
Well,
Hey, these
You
are
can-
these holes in the? Can we look down? Is there anything happening in the holes in the floor?
Oh, you see the hallway that you were in previously.
Perfect. Still there.
You can. Sorry. So let me describe the new room you just got into. You can see the sky through two large holes in the peak roof of this attic. Much of this area has fallen prey to the elements, causing objects stored here to rot. This room is filled with old chairs, tables, benches, hunting trophies, rolled up rugs, a standing mirror, and similar unwanted decor. Leaning against the east wall are six flat, rectangular objects wrapped in canvas sheets, framed pictures or mirrors, one might venture to guess.
all right, boys, let's grab all those, take them downstairs. Remember that place above the fireplace that was missing a painting or mirror,
Yeah.
perhaps?
Yeah, we just put all we just walk around with mirrors. So if somebody walks up to us and is like, "Hello, I would like to give you a gentle hug as a sign of welcome," we can go, "Oh, you don't have a reflection." Boom, he's dead, right? We shoot him in the chest with Oeiros' new stake shooter thing. What's it called? Crossbow.
Yes.
See, this is great. I like our plan. Good idea. All right, everybody, grab
So
a
you-
mirror.
You unwrap the things that were wrapped up, the wrapped rectangles.
Oh yes, let's
Yeah.
take off the canvas sheets.
Here's the picture Dorian Gray moment.
And is it all
Uh,
us? But we're all old.
One painting depicts three deer grazing on a hilltop,
It's
backlit
us.
by the dawn. Another shows a gray mastiff with a dead duck in its mouth.
Oh,
A
that's
third
good.
depicts an armored human knight on a hippogriff, both shown in profile. The knight's shield bears the holy symbol of Torm. The fourth painting is a portrait of Baron Banterfrax seated in a chair, with a gray mastiff sleeping at his feet, and his wife standing by his side. You recognize the woman in the locket and the woman standing by the Baron in the painting are the same.
Got it. Case closed.
What?
The man
It's
is a
what?
stout, well-dressed man in his 50s with bags under his eyes.
What is,
The
what
woman
do you
is
mean?
tall, thin, and in her 50s.
She's evil,
her
I tells
hands-
you. Evil.
Rests gently on the Baron's shoulder while the other grasps a small bouquet of roses. The painting expertly captures the noble's aristocratic bearing and the genuine love they bore for each other.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that they liked each other a lot. I mean, like, oh, Irish, I feel like there's a little bit of human racism coming through here that obviously the woman's evil, and that's crazy.
I just find it odd.
I don't know. Look, my dad abandoned me. Like one, a whole bunch, him and a whole bunch of the other dads around town, all were like, we're gonna stop the chaos gods. They went off and they never came back.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that again. Because
I
I've
don't
heard
see
it so many
Was there a
times.
comma? Was
I
there a
don't-
comma in that sentence?
I don't say it for some sort of a sorrow. I just mean like, like maybe dads are nice in elvish culture, but for humans, usually dads are jerks. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's all right, so maybe my theory is off with the mom, but if she jumps out as a vampire later, then I guess we're all
That's
right.
all right.
Actually, we're
I-
all right at that point.
You know what? If
I'm
she
just
jumps out
thinking-
and we find out she's the evil one later, Irish, I will give you all of the money that I have on me at this moment, which is a little bit less than I would have if Dirk hadn't convinced me to pay that dragon.
Didn't I give you most of that money? Didn't we split that from the ogre?
We did, and I will give you yes, I will give you my share of the ogre horde if we find out that the woman is evil.
All right. Do we
That's all I'm saying.
do we search this anymore, or does this look
Actually, we will be calling it for this
Okay.
particular session.
I just want to establish that from now on, Orion's going to walk around, since he knows what the guy looks like, he's going to, as this Baron, because he's wearing his clothes anyways.
Okay. Okay.
We're rolling to, maybe
Good.
it's an undead servant that's going to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I've been protecting the house from all visitors. You're okay."
We
I don't
shall
know.
remember this. All right. All right. I will leave it at that, and we will pick this up at some other time.
Cool.
Can we negotiate when the next session will be in the Discord? Because I do need to go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, all right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry to cut out on you so suddenly.
All good.
But this has been great.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're enjoying exploring yet another spooky mansion.
Love it. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yes. All right. I will catch you guys later.
Sounds good.
Sit around.
You're up.
Bye.
Bye.